hello and
Bjorns.
welcome. Hmm? All right, anyway, hello and welcome to the 11th episode. 11, can you believe we're doing this for probably 20 hours at least
3 months.
of Mutant, and we've achieved like 3 things. Um, anyway, this week, things are going to happen. We're going to come back together. We're probably going to build stuff because apparently that's what this game is now. And I'm sure that'll be very, very exciting for us to just people to watch us discuss how to build a small building. Anyway, I will introduce everyone and then we'll ask what happened last week. Now I better go and have a look at Twitch so I can see where everyone is. Okay, I am in the bottom. So directly above me is Ricardo, Ulf, our
Yep.
resident grunt. Richard, say something about yourself and what you done last week.
I'm Dick. I'm playing Ulf. I'm playing Ulf the Grunt. I went and tried to start up a mushroom farm. And that was about it.
He did indeed. Above him is Fluffgar, Kingslayer, engine builder. Fluffgar, say something about yourself and what we done last week.
I'm a cat.
Cat.
I'm not a cat.
It's a bit big.
I'm not a cat.
Oh. I don't know. I draw things and stuff. So
Beside Fluffgar, the top left is Lazy Egypt, our technical
Ooh.
expert, guy that definitely always turns up, and he's very, very well tonight. You can see from his face, he's 100%. Scott, what was your character doing last week?
Well, my character wasn't doing anything last week, but I was having a lovely meal with my family where I'm pretty sure I caught some form of plague that's not the Rona because it's not coming up positive. But it's like whatever it is, it floored me. I didn't want to miss 2 weeks in a row, so I will be quiet this stream. Well, I think I'll be quiet. Hopefully you only hear my death cough. Anyway, I'm ranting. Yeah, Bogart was just talking with all these new mutants that we found and old mutant friends, and talking about possible places for trade and stuff, and sent Dodger back to the Ark because he wants to build things, apparently.
He wants to build things and not go to locations. We're in charge.
So let's go to locations.
No, it's not to go to locations. Let's just build stuff. Below Lady Egypt and to the left of Richard is Logan. Logan, tell us why you're now excited about this game after 10 episodes.
Because I'm starting to note take, and I didn't realise how much stuff we've got.
There is indeed. What is it you're currently trying to accomplish in the game?
That feels like a trick question.
You literally have told me several times, and you're doing it right now in the game.
Make a defence for the Ark.
You're actually building a dog kennel, but well done.
Aye, the dog kennel, no?
Fantastic. And below him and beside myself is Rachel. Rachel, mother of 10.
Mother of 10, yeah. I play Flair, who is a stalker, and currently out on a day trip with our kids, and Gray. And we're about to, we've come across a ball, and we're going to see what's going to happen. Will we befriend it? Will we kill it? Who knows? Find out in a few seconds.
Find out, hopefully, in a moment. So yes, and that is it. So last week, our Intrepid gang done things around the Ark. They, I don't actually think he's antagonised anyone last week. You met up with Del. Del has been doing some wheeling dealing on the side. However, because he is terrified of Dan, he kind of like allowed her to take some of the food to fund her own project, where she is trying to feed the Ark, which you assume is to kind of have some level of control over it. She has taken multiple mutants off of the Ark to some kind of location nearby where they're trying to set up a farm. You guys, Ulf did not like this, so he's also trying to do something to feed the Ark, which is build a mushroom farm. And the rest, he's just kind of done your own thing. Let's find out what happens. Now, as we left them, Rachel, Flair, and Fluffgar, Grey, had visited nearby Lanark Lock, where all the water on the Ark comes from. And as they were having a look in the water and having a nice family day out, they heard a rustle behind them, and charging towards them is a gigantic razorback, which, to use, I don't know, is a really big boar. It is, I don't know, scary looking. It's a big pig thing. And it is going to, it charges directly at the group, and for once I'm going to do some combat. If
Is
Miri,
this the boar for Princess Mononoke?
I don't know what that means, so
Me neither.
What?
I
What do
know
you mean?
Fluffgar knows what I mean.
What? You don't know? Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm very disappointed in them.
I'll live.
I disappoint a lot of people. I'm sorry.
No, Rachel, you have to watch. You have to watch Princess Mononoke.
Yeah, Rach, that's a must for you. Lee, you should watch it, but you probably won't, so...
Right. Anyway, what am I supposed to do? Where am I?
Well,
No.
well, the 10 dice arrow. So the large pig comes charging towards you,
Shit.
and misses
Not
completely.
even one pass.
Not even one bane, which means that actually fucks this up. So as it charges towards you, it steps in a
Oh.
large pothole and it tumbles to the side and skids to a halt in front of you. And then it just gets back and squeals at you. I was kind of hoping that was going to be more dramatic than that. But I
I
guess
bet.
this has happened. So I guess it's going to lose one of its... I'm going to say to the damage to its leg, I'll take away one of its agility points for that one. It is still looking pretty tough. It's got like you heard a crack, but it stepped up and it just kind of like twisted its leg, and it seems to be pretty mobile. Can you all give me a what's the word? Initiative roll, please.
Uh,
It got a 3.
Where's initiative?
uh,
There it is.
that's what I'm looking for. I've lost it.
4. Okay,
It's
Sarah, you're gonna have
underneath
to go before it.
where it says D666.
Oh yes, there. I see it.
The roll bit in that.
And a 6. Okay, so as it kind of stumbles back to its feet, I'll allow you two to act. I'm not going to bother rolling initiative for the kids. I'm just going to say they all act after you. They can get a 2 or something, okay? But they do all have like skills and abilities. I can't remember which ones came with you, but I'm sure we'll work it out in a minute.
Right. What can I do?
It is right up at you. I'm going to say this is close the difference. So this is either near. I'm going to say it's at near range.
Can I
Yeah,
offer it some food?
You want to try and befriend it in some way? Yeah, if you want to try and
Possibly
feed
calm it down a bit. Something, you know. Look, here's a thing.
it.
Throw it on the ground.
Okay, so you're going to do that. That is interesting. I guess that'd be manipulate. So give me some kind of manipulate roll.
Good God.
Not some kind. Give me the manipulate though.
That roll. Yes. Okay.
I'm going to say. Never
No.
mind. I was going to say
No.
at
No.
disadvantage. We only have 2 dice in manipulate.
Push
So you
it.
know what? I'm going to say you pull out the food and you go here and you fling it and it bangs it right in the eye and it goes.
Oh.
And you realise that this was maybe a bad idea. You did roll a 1 as well, so you also have to take a bit of damage to your. Which one's that? Is that would be wits? That would be the other one.
Empathy.
Empathy.
Oh, that's not good.
So you realise this was a terrible idea, and you start to go, oh,
Um,
that's. Luckily, this thing doesn't attack your empathy. This thing mainly attacks you. So interesting. So that was your. I'll say that your action was to throw food directly into its eye and hurt it slightly and annoy it. You can move if you want. You can try and get away. You can try and get under cover.
Jump in the lake.
You jump in the lake. I'm into it. Okay, you jump into the lake.
Ah, you got
So
your
you-
wish, Mary.
Yeah,
back up
finally.
and you
Dreams come true.
How tall would you say Gray is, Minnie?
I don't know, like probably about my height, which isn't very tall.
Okay. You jump in the lake and it's up to your neck, but you do actually feel the bottom of the lake. Apparently,
Okay.
the bit around the edge is apparently fairly shallow where you've jumped in.
Right.
So,
I could just duck.
yeah, you can go under the water if you want and try and hide, yeah.
Yeah, well, I've got the whole amphibian thing, so it won't bother me to duck under the
Alright.
water.
That's absolutely fine. So you're under the water. You're hidden. Rochelle, what is your plan?
I'm going to
Cook this boar. Or don't. Up to you.
I'm gonna try and pet it. Real gentle.
Another manipulate roll. Interesting. I'm going to
No,
say
I'm
you
gonna
need
put some food on my hand and sort of put it in front of it so it can have some food.
just to
But I'm not
clarify,
gonna like put my hand in its
giant,
mouth. Just
size
gonna
of like a rhino boar. Like this is not like a pig. This is
what?
like
Okay,
this is
I'm going
massive.
to leave some fire on it then,
Okay.
because
How
I
much
am
fire?
not going to tame that fucker.
Well, you know what? Perhaps. Right, okay, so you have some fire. Now, as I have said, a house rule I've decided to do is 4 or fewer mutant points. You get to roll the dice twice to see whether something happens. And 5 or more, then you just roll the dice and you see what happens. You can risk mutations. Up to yourself. How many do you want to go for?
I'm gonna do 7.
Holy shit. Okay, so 7d6. And you're gonna any ones you get is gonna cause you only take 1 mutation from that. I'll say 6 doubles the power. You refund your mutation points. Only if you don't roll any ones. And a 5 gets you a fun mutation. 3 I think locks you down. So go on, go for it. 7d6.
Oh,
Try
you've
again.
got to be kidding me! I pressed the wrong fucking button.
You almost done it. I think it was /R would have got you. Try again.
Is it the slash first?
/roll 7d6.
Yeah.
This is
There you go.
Oh.
Holy
No
fuck!
ones. And I'm only going to count the 60s because the 60s were in there. So, doubles the power of your mutation and refunds all your points. God damn it. That is not what I wanted to happen. So yeah, your plan is to kind of like burn it a bit to scare it so maybe it'll run off. Yeah, that's not what happens. This thing has 10 hit points. You just hit it for 14 damage. So yes, you spew the napalm out of your mouth and things do not go well for it. And you cook Piggy Wiggy. Piggy Wiggy is dead.
We got
Yeah,
food and water. Why not?
you have indeed now got food. What? Maybe all you hear is just like the vomiting sound of your friend, and then you see like bright light, and then everything goes quiet, and like a little stick pokes you, and it's one of the kids being like, Auntie Gray, are you coming out of the water, or are you staying in there?
Pop up. All right.
Greg, come look, come look.
You
I
smell
made
bacon.
us breakfast.
Ooh.
Or lunch. Or dinner, I'm not sure.
I'll say this is like late morning, so yeah, it can be breakfast if you want. Bacon's an any time of day meal.
Should we check for piglets?
Interesting.
Wait, is it a ball male?
Well, it
And the
depends.
female's just a pig.
It
Let's not get
depends.
caught up
no,
on that,
no,
right?
no. A boar isn't necessarily male. A hog is male.
Interesting.
A sow is female.
Okay.
What I will
Yeah.
say is, let's not get caught up in those kind of details because that means I've got to do a lot of stuff which I can't be bothered doing.
Also, I have to
So,
give a whole
Okay.
lecture on it, and like, yeah.
so if you
We'll
want,
check.
I will allow
Let's see
you
if
to
it
do
has
this with
any babies inside.
Not inside,
Maybe
around.
they're not dead. I thought you meant
You
inside.
check inside, I'll check around.
Right. Okay. Couple of things.
I'm gonna be honest though. If there is any inside that boar, they are cooked. You have roasted this pig.
A delicacy.
What I will
Can't
say
we
is that
pretend I
I
didn't
did
say
say that
that,
these
guys?
things are constantly pregnant. I did actually say that to the players, which is what I think Rach was actually talking about. However,
Right.
what you did to it was incinerate it. No, there is no piggy wigs inside. There is cooked pork inside that thing. If you want to eat some kind of roast pig fetus, fine, but no.
Oh,
Probably
Um,
delicious, to be honest.
I mean, it could be yummy yum.
we'd probably the mutants probably would love it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say that
We
you
should-
and the children can cut into it.
We should dry it out and use it over time.
These have zone cook or butcher.
They
Oh,
do not. I
fuck.
think if Scott
They can
has
still
that, what is it
they
you
can
get for,
still
like,
do it. You can still do it. It's just if you go butcher, you get more meat.
Right.
'Cause I get like
Okay.
two
Can
we
bits of
try
meat.
and
I get like 2 bits of meat per HP that the thing has.
So he'd get 20, you'll get 10. So you've basically
Right,
cut
okay.
enough off for 10
Mhm.
because this thing's
Okay.
big. So you've all got some nice fresh roast pork, bacon, whatever you want to call it, which you can munch into. I'll say you do that first. You know, you cut into it. Yummy, yum, yum. If you want to go looking for piglets, you can do so. But I will require either a scout or a know the zone or find the path.
I
I'm probably not good at those.
can do that.
Okay, you do that.
I'll use find the path yet. That's my best one. Don't fuck this up, Rachel. Holy fuck!
Ooh,
3.
Yeah, 3
3 little
passes.
pigs.
3 little
You
piggies.
Well, you follow the tracks that the boar left. This boar was not a sneaky boar. It wasn't really trying to like hide what it done because it's just a boar. And you actually circle the look, and you actually find something you have found before, which was the den, the nest. I'm not sure what boar dens are called. Boar den probably. And you do indeed find there's 8 little piggy wiggies there, and they kind of start like honking at you and doing whatever noise pigs make, squee. They look very agitated.
This time I'm gonna try with the food.
Yeah.
But not the pig food, not the actual mam. Not
No.
that.
The other food.
Just this for you. Your mum.
Although they probably would eat it because
Here,
pigs are like
eat your
that.
mother.
I don't
what I
actually
would-
think pigs would give a fuck. I'm pretty sure they eat
No.
everything.
Yeah, I mean they eat people.
Yeah, but that's not cannibalism. But yeah, you're
No,
right.
but I'm saying
they
they
will
do
eat
it
pretty much
anything.
everything.
Okay, so you want to try and feed the pigs. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to give you 3 chances to catch piggy wigs, right? Every time
Oh.
you fail this, you're going to lose some piggy wigs. So you want to first of all try and get them to come to you with some manipulation by feeding them food, yeah? I will
Yeah.
say for every
Oh shit, I'm
success you
bad at
get,
manipulation though.
We're both bad at manipulation.
well,
Don't worry
you do
about
have
it.
some people with you.
Any of the kids good at manipulation?
I will say that they can give you advantage, so they can give you an
Ooh.
extra couple of dice. What I'll say for any successes you get, you capture a piggy wig and you fling him in a sack. For any fails you get, no matter whether it's pass or fail, you lose a piggy wig. I'll say that there's currently 10 piggy wigs there.
Okay.
Okay, so who would like to roll? So
Mary,
first thing
do
you're
you
going
wanna
to
roll
try
first?
is you try to feed
I'll
them.
go first. Aye.
You
Right,
go first.
So just manipulate.
So I think it's before die. You've got 2, yeah? Or you
Well, I
have 3
would
for
have
the other
2, but you said it damaged my empathy, so I don't.
You have 3 dice in, Mary.
Wait, what?
Well, if you
What?
lost one of your empathy, that'd leave you 1 dice, and then you have a +2 for the kids try to help you. Here, piggy,
Oh,
that kind of
okay.
stuff.
Okay, I see what you mean.
Unless, well, whatever.
So it's so just roll three.
Just to see if you just roll 3d6.
Yeah.
Because this isn't really good. This isn't going to injure you.
Eh.
Okay. No passes, but no fails. So you'll say you throw the food. You throw the food over. You kind of here, piggy, 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 and they kind of like they squee, they move back, but they don't actually run away in this instance.
Okay.
So you have 2 shots left. There's still a total of 10 piggy wigs there. Is there anything else you'd like to try?
Hmm.
Think about the skills that you have and like how you could word it. So I'm like, okay, that's fine.
Can we try and herd them so we can like?
Wait. Can I jury rig some way of capturing them?
Like a
Oh,
net,
do
for
like
example.
nets or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. You say that like, how could I use this skill app? Yeah, you could easily make it. You've got your stuff here. You rip stuff up. You find some rope. You make a net very, very quickly somehow. Yeah, you can make a net. I just think that's one of the things you specifically can make.
Let's herd them.
Probably, yes.
So I would say you can use your jury rig, and using your jury rig, you can throw a net. You've
Right,
made a net
okay.
to capture pigs.
Can I use find the path to actually manage to like round them up, or is that too ridiculous?
No, look, it's a game. It's meant to be fun, right? I want you to use your skills in fun ways. So if Mary wants to try jury rig first, she can go right ahead
Yeah,
and see what she
I've
gets.
got the inventor +2 modification when you use jury rig to create a new thing. I don't know if it counts for a net, but I don't see why it
Have you
wouldn't.
made one before?
I don't think I've made the net before.
I guess it's new
Let's
then.
not get tied up in that, guys. I don't think you have.
Right, so it'd just be jury rig and
What I'll
the
say is like what
plus.
you're actually doing is you're thinking of some clever ways to use what you have available to you to kind of capture the pig. So although we're saying it's make a net, it's like you're just going to be using some kind of like a box with a twig. You put some food in it, that kind of stuff. So you're spending a bit of time with this.
Okay, right, so just roll that then. Okay.
Just roll your jury rig, yeah. This is like you're using your inventoriness. Okay, so you capture
we go.
2 piggy wigs. One of them's not falling for it, and it scampers off. Right, so
Ooh,
that
got
is
two.
down
Yeah.
to 6 left. Hold on. No, 7 left, sorry. And this is your last shot. So you've captured 2, you've got 2 into the sack.
Oh, fuck. Can I push the roll?
Okay, I will allow 1 push this roll.
Don't fuck me over. Okay, I got 2.
So you manage to get 2, you kind of run round the side, you kind of make a noise, and it runs into the kids who are waiting, and they grab onto a pig really hard, and they throw them in a sack. So you have a total of 4 pigs, the rest of them run off into the zone. So you have
Okay.
captured 4 piglets. And
Me and Murray are quite the team.
you've
Yep.
done
Pig
fantastic.
patches.
Now, if only you had somewhere to keep them. And
We
to
can make
save.
a pig pen in no time. All
We'll
you
jury
need to
rig
do is,
something. Yeah.
yeah. Oh, I mean the tank. How big are they? Because the piglets, they won't be too
Piglets,
big.
I'm going to say they're the size of, at the moment, they're the size of like maybe I don't know, like a small dog.
German Shepherd
They are
puppy.
young. Yeah, that'll do.
Yeah.
They're pretty small. They're squeeing. They seem agitated, but they're in a sack, so that's a problem for whoever opens the sack. And
That's
they do
so
have
cool.
attributes and everything. So there you go.
To be fair, Ulf is currently building a farm, so that'd be the perfect place to dump the pigs.
No,
Well,
no.
he's building a farm in a cave. He's
Oh,
building
wait,
a
cave,
wait,
yeah.
wait.
Yeah, he's doing.
He's making mushroom farm,
Making
and pigs
mushrooms.
love.
Pigs will
pigs
love the mushrooms.
Yeah,
I'll
they love
just
Yeah,
eat what
truffles,
mushrooms.
he's trying to make.
but they do poop a lot as well. So good for
Manure?
mushrooms.
Because they're also
Yeah.
making a kennel, which could probably quite easily be changed into a
Yes.
pigsty in the short
Yeah.
term.
Oh,
Yes,
the hog and dog.
sounds like a bar or something.
And a dog.
It can be a bar as well if we believe hard enough.
Right, I'm gonna write this down just so we don't forget.
4 pigs.
4 pigs, hog and dog, kennel and bar.
Kennel, barn, pigsty. The perfect place to go for food. Why? I don't know. It sounds awful. If I went
But it's
somewhere
very
and it was-
fresh.
It's very fresh. You can smell the shit from the pig you're about to eat.
So I think the
Um,
piglets should go next to the nursery so the kids can look after them.
They could go in the nursery because you would need somewhere to keep the pig. The current issue you have is that
Yeah,
the
they
pigs have
could.
nowhere to go. So you could just throw them in the nursery.
Does
if you
that mean
want.
the pigs are now her babies as well? Has she just
She
adopted
has
more
14
babies?
children.
Shit.
I think the biggest thing is what are we calling these little piggies?
The most important, most pressing matter.
Ham, bacon.
Bacon, pork chop.
And
know. That's all I've got.
Grisantilda, the
Crispy.
worthy.
Named after its mother.
Ah! Now, what I'll say is what you know about these things is that you know that they breed quickly, and that which actually much like pigs in real life, to be honest, and they get big real fast.
Again, like pigs in real life.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah. So you've currently got the 4 pigs. Is there anything else you'd like to achieve while you're at the loch?
Yeah. I can't think of it. We could do a bit
I
of
want to
fishing.
go to that place that I was just talking about before stream.
Oh, yes.
Which one's that?
The secret bit that I didn't want to go to originally, but now I
Well-
want to go back.
There's 2 places you've not been. At the loch, there is an island in the middle which you haven't been to, which is a bit harder to reach now because the water's back. And the
No, it
other
was the other
secret
one.
place was far to the north, which is on the way to the Pure Plant, which will probably take you a day worth of travel to get up there.
Okay, let's
and-
not do that. That is what I wanted to do, but
You are free to do these things. However, it might be nice to include the other people. Up
yeah,
to
that's
you.
what I'm thinking.
I would have to skip to somebody else at this point, which I'm going to
Let's
do.
take the little ones home.
Okay. So yeah, your
We
kids
have
are
to
quite happy.
feed these guys.
Um,
Come on, piggies.
yeah, what you notice is that the pigs, much like the dogs of the ark, will pretty much eat anything. But anyway, that's fine. So yeah, you start to take them back. They're squeeing in the sack. They're struggling quite a lot, and after a while, they seem to get tired and fall asleep in the sack that you're dragging them along in. Okay, and
I'm
you
just
head
gonna
back.
hold it and start singing songs and like gentle pats.
Okay, no pats.
Then I'll stop with
This
the
little
gentle
piggy
pats.
went to market. This little
We're
piggy.
going to you real soon. You'll be delicious. So yeah, you just walk by the smouldering corpse of the mother pig. But, but it was delicious, so that's fine.
I'm gonna
you-
take some of the bones for the dogs, if that's okay.
Absolutely fine. Yeah, but so yeah, large pig bones. Yeah, you rip out some stuff. Absolutely fine. And you head back to the Ark. Now, as you're going back to the Ark, we're going to switch to Scott. Scott, what would you like to be doing? You can be arriving back at the Ark roughly midday. You've spent a few days with the mutants that you met. Is there anywhere in particular you'd like to go or anything you'd like to do?
Would we have enough people to pick up the robot parts?
If you want to go back there, I'll say you can definitely go back there first.
Yeah, we stop by there and pick up that stuff, or at least as much as we can carry.
I will say that you did. I think there was a gearhead with the people that you met. So yeah, they have a look through. They pick up the bits they think are useful. Just put it down as various robot parts. The gearhead thinks you've got enough there to probably build a few working robots. There'll be a role involved in doing this, but yeah.
I can't wait to do manufacturing. You know, this is the future.
Like, yeah, a robot assembly line, fantastic. Yeah, and like the gearhead seems very impressed when she talks about how when she was on her skyship that they had robots that done things for them. Slowly over time they kind of broke down, but at the start it was amazing because they'd done all kinds of things.
Bogart is definitely imagining himself getting like a little foot rub from a robot. There's one's like fanning him with like a newspaper because he doesn't know what a palm leaf is.
Just a big square thing. Rachel, you can absolutely take the gigantic head of the Razorback as a trophy if you want.
Yes, please. I didn't want to interrupt, so.
That's fine, yeah. The children are dragging it along behind. So they decapitate it and then they drag it along behind them. So yeah, so Bogart, you go and you find this stuff. You do notice it looks like after you've left, somebody's been through here. There was kind of things tipped over. Kind of surprising, but it looks like whoever came here didn't know what it was or wasn't really kind of savvy to what these kind of things are. It does look like the locker room has been ransacked, the upstairs office has been ransacked, so anything that may or may not have been there is gone. But the robot parts were by and large untouched.
I'm pretty sure we looked through the offices anyway in that, because I remember the offices was what was interesting to me.
He's dead, but you didn't ever look through the locker room because there was an artifact in there which is now gone.
Oh well.
You never knew that. You never knew what you lost. It's fine.
Yeah, I now do. I could have got another thing to improve my manipulation further.
You experienced a sense of loss, but you don't know why.
I feel like something special was here.
Oh dear.
Not anymore. But anyway, yeah. So you head back, and as you go to the Ark, you do notice that the fence has taken shape. Like this is.
Well, I didn't even know they were building a fence.
Oh, that's right. Well, you were in the original. Have you been? You've been back since Hannibal died. Yeah, you knew the fence was going to happen. You've just not.
We hadn't
Oh
started
yeah,
yet.
because Hannibal was discussing it.
Yeah. That's what you originally said. That's what he sent you to go and do. So yeah, you've came back. It's like, oh, so somebody's taken over this project, and it looks like a large fence is going to be erected around the settlement. Yeah, it's looks like it would stop someone who was maybe not well equipped to get by a fence. Pretty impressive. You see grunts kind of pulling things up and building things around that. Yeah, it's pretty impressive. There is a gate on the road up to the Ark. There is a gate where you'd expect it to be to let you in.
Cool. I just walk in and I go to where I assume Mary would be, which is now the armory.
Your two options will be the fixed pit or the armory. As you go by, you do notice some of the people working on the wall are just mutants milling about, kind of staring at you because you've got new faces with you. You see a couple wave, some kind of point. You see a couple dressed in robes, kind of running off.
Is this Diane's robes?
It is indeed, yes.
I gave them the finger as the pass.
They more or less just kind of look at you, and you don't hear them, but you see them kind of like talking to each other. You do remember that one of the.
I require an audience with Diane.
Do you say that? Are you grabbing a hold of one of these guys, or are you just?
I'm just kind of like looking at one and saying it. Like it's up to her if she shows up.
They look kind of back and forward, and like, okay, they run off. So you assume they're going to tell her, because what else are they going to do? Like, this is like a thing's happening, and you're pretty sure one of these mutants you're with kind of fucked with Diane as well, so she's going to want to know. But yeah, you head back to the armory, and you find Face. He's kind of like just lounging about out the front. You do see some work going on around there. It's been reinforced a bit. It looks a little bit different last time you're there. He looks over to you. Yeah.
Is there Grey here?
Oh no, she went out. She went out with what's her name? Flair and the kids. Well, I say kids, same age as me. Her kids. They went to the lot. I think they were going on a picnic or something. Seems strange. They just wanted to go off. So
this is not the time for picnics. She should be securing her position in power right now. Why would you not advise her of this?
Tried that. And then I remembered that last time somebody kind of told her what to do. She shot them in the head a whole bunch of times. So I was like, you know what? I went, hey, maybe we should deal with this. And she went, no, I'm busy, I'm off. And then she ran off. Dodger's taking on some stuff though. He's building what's the word he used? A canal? A dog canal?
I'm just saying. I know of a canal, but we don't have boats, so why would he build a canal?
Thing that dogs live in, yeah, like a canal.
What about Ulf? Is he around?
Oh, I didn't tell me what he was going to do. He went off with, well, I remember, he went to speak to Rishi, you know, the mutant that wants to build the mushroom farm. I was going on about it. And I ain't seen him since, and he took some people with him. So I'm gonna go out on a limb here and guess they're off to build a mushroom farm. Don't know where though.
This is quite smart, obviously. Ulf is thinking ahead. However, our defenses are not what I would hope for. We are currently in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, the hell drivers. They've been telling. That's why I've been shoring up the defenses. Yeah, hopefully.
I attempted to intercept our spies. However, I'm sure Dodger informed you of this.
You see Lee and this character thing like that. No, you did tell us about that, didn't you, Logan?
I can't mind. I feel like
you had one
yes,
job.
Yes, wait, yes. If someone asks you if you're a god.
It rings a bell actually. I think so.
Yeah, I think you mentioned you've met the Sunnies out there. They were going off to Tattletale, which to be fair made sense because they've kind of been acting a bit funny recently. But yeah, not much we can do about it now. They might be on the way, they might not. He said
we can only hope they have other things to deal with right now. Well, if they don't, we are in a lot of trouble because they have better resources than us for attacking, and we do not have that much defense. We need to be building these walls faster and building more defenses.
Yeah, I think what happened was, I know Diane she strong-armed your pal Del into doing a job for her. So they kind of moved away from that now. Now they're making food. I don't. Maybe they're going to try and negotiate with these guys. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not really privy to that kind of stuff. That's your boss level. I'm more hey, maybe we should do this kind of guy. But
to be fair, that's pretty much my role too. However, I do have some friends, and I kind of like thumb back to the crowd of people with me.
Yeah, he looks over. He's like, hey, yeah. Dodger mentioned this. He's got he brought what's her name back. He says he's met some more. He kind of leans over. He's like, Are you a boss now? What's happening here?
Well, I am working with Grey, but like I need my own men. I've been getting attacked a lot, and to be fair, we just need people. We need to be building things. In fact, is there any work going around that these guys could get on with?
I don't know about the rest of the place. Dodge is trying to build that dog canal. You could send them over there. Could probably help with that. I think you just need to clear some space and build some walls and places for the doggies to live. Um,
I
it's up
suppose.
to you, though. I mean, maybe
Although
Elf
I
could use.
have done enough for Dodd already. Hmm. Well,
Dodge.
perhaps I know you can get on with that whilst I get on with speaking with the elder. And I kind of like go. He'll want to know there's more people here, and obviously I'm sure Gray will not have a problem with providing food for her workers.
Yeah, she's been quite liberal with the food, to be honest. I think that's partially why they're doing they're trying to make the food thing, because we are tearing through that food much quicker than I'd have thought possible. We're being
There
very.
was so much food that could have lasted months.
Oh, it's going to last a while yet, but we're tearing through it.
Why? This is like stupid.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm not the boss. We're paying people to make the things. You need to pay them. You need to get them to work. You need to give them something they want. No one's got bullets, so they're paying them in food. So you do a day's work, you get 2 days food. It's working. Things are going up, but yeah, I mean that food's probably only well, I don't know. I don't know how this is all going to work, but he's selling some of the food. If you speak to Dell, he's selling it to people that don't want to work, so there might be some money in there. If you're going to speak to the elder, you're maybe better to speak to the boss of the Dawn Vault instead, Haneth. But I mean, it's up to you. At this point, one of the kind of the piss ants from the church kind of come over. Say, Diane, we'll see you now.
Good. And I'll just follow them. But I will make sure I have two enforcers with me, the two biggest, scariest enforcers that have came back with us.
Let me see if what names I've got for them, because they definitely exist. Well, let's have a look. NPCs, that's not it. That's the abandoned village. Nope, she's a gearhead. Who's that? God. Okay, Danny, you've got with you, and I'll say the other one you've got with you is Edmure. Let's see. Danny and Edmure. These guys aren't named after Game of Thrones characters at all. So yeah, they are these pretty big. You know, like they're not the most impressive looking ones. They look like they've been through some rough times, which you know they have. But yeah, they've got like fairly impressive weapons. One's got an axe. One's got like a kind of big fuck off like buster sword type thing. They've got kind of scraps of armor on them. They look tough.
It's just to look like it's more a respect thing. If I showed up here unarmed, she would probably be a bit offended.
Yeah. So yeah, be sure like you're not taking me seriously, which is a mistake. Yeah. Christ, I gave them. I've done everything with them. Jesus Christ. Okay, cool. Yeah, I must have sat and made those properly. So yeah, you can head towards that. Do you want to go to Dawn Vault first, or you go straight to Diam?
I will go to Diane first.
Okay, cool. So yeah, you make your way through the arc. You know, again, you see kind of people pointing to the new mutants, but you know, it's not the most surprising thing that ever happened. You just see people watching. You make your way to the church, and yeah, as always, there is two large guards wearing very similar armor at the front door. They see you coming. No, you're attempting to be stealthy.
No.
Okay.
I want her to know I am arriving.
The two that you see in front, I'll say it is Marcus. Actually, no. Let's say it's Clarion and Gideon. Yeah. Yeah. You walk up to them. Yes. Dan, we'll see you now. Just go straight in.
Thank you, Clarion.
He opens the door, and as you walk in, your enforcers come behind you, and they walk in behind you,
Mhm.
and standing before you is Diane is sitting in her fancy chair, but like by our standards not fancy, but yours is fairly fancy.
By our standards, it's a dining chair with a lot of like leather falling off.
Yeah, this is a really shitty chair, but like it's got some leather. It's like the wood's decent. It's quite sturdy, and she's
Got
got two
tinfoil
more
on the back.
enforcers flanking her. Yeah,
Has some armrests.
golden foil over it to make it the golden shining chair.
Mhm.
Yeah, she's got another two enforcers beside her, and you do see some kind of grunts dotted around the room, just watching. She looks at you. Ah, yes, you've returned. Wonderful. How can I help?
I am surprised you haven't noticed my new look.
Well, you're not the first mutant to come before me that has overexerted himself and changed appearance. However, I must say it suits you. You look strong.
Anyway, straight to business. I
I will
have some.
point out that she does not let you get that close. You're not
Oh, I
near
like. I'm
arm's
not
length.
like.
You are
I
yeah,
am intentionally staying out of her powers range,
that's
and I'm
fine.
assuming she's doing the same.
These are both very aware. Like, no, I know what happened here. But yeah, absolutely, yeah.
I have come to trade with you.
Oh, interesting. What do you have to trade me?
Information that you and your tooth would very much like to know.
Oh, why? Very interesting. What would you require from me? What do you wish for this information?
I wish for you to leave Grey alone and help in building the Ark. We need defenses. We are in danger.
Yes, I've heard talk of the Hell Riders, Hell Drivers, Hellions. Yes, yeah. How do you think we should proceed with this? I have under the understanding that they're merely going to ask for things from us. I was trying to buy us time. I perhaps think if we appear too aggressive, they may attack.
I attempted the same. However, we did have spies in our midst, and they managed to get to them, so they probably are very well aware of our current position,
Yes,
and they are probably very aware of the food that Gray found.
yes. Some confused rumors reached me. Dodger told people the gang, the Sunnies, Frank and his fellows, have perhaps informed them of what's happened here. Fucking idiots. The
That
problem
is one of
I
the few things we agree on. The Thunnies are very, very stupid.
If only, yeah, if only they could have been stopped if we'd known earlier. Okay, our goals appear to align for the moment. Tell me, what is it? I will leave Grey alone. At the moment, she is proving more effective than Hannibal. She at least has got the wall underway. This food has tipped the balance of power on the Ark, as you'd know, but it's not going to last forever.
I will pull out a map and I will point to the place that that girl had showed us. There is rumors that there is children at this location.
She looks up at the word children. Do you have proof of this, or merely the word of a starved mutant you've met in the zone?
A starved mutant that has escaped, but their information so far have been very good. Not to mention, she looks quite young for a mutant as well.
I. She thinks for a moment. You kind of see her toss an idea back and forth. If you were to visit this area and come back and swear that it was true, I will allow, if you allow me to use my mutation to see the truth of your words, I will believe you. Until then, I will make you the promise that I will work with you. But if you do not provide me with proof within a reasonable time frame, then I believe our goals will perhaps diverge. But at the moment, we do have to deal with uh, these vandals, these mercenaries, whatever they may be. So for the moment, I will work with you. Is there anything else you wish, or?
Oh, this was all I was looking for now. Obviously, as we build our defenses, and we need resources, as well as providing resources, all that boring, all the boring part. We have come to an agreement, and I know you're no
Boring
fan of
business is
mine,
government.
so I will get out of your well, I would stay here, but neither of us have hair.
She laughs. So yes, well, at least you've proven more reasonable and willing to compromise. We can perhaps work together if we perhaps do not agree on everything. There's room at the moment on the arc for us both. Who knows what the future will hold, though?
Of course, the only thing I trust is mutual interests. If
She
I know
nods at
you
this.
won't stab me in the back as long as I'm useful to you, and vice versa.
She laughs again. She's like, I see. Wise. Yes, perhaps we can work together, and perhaps if we keep serving each other's interests, we can it would be a long and prosperous partnership.
I'm
But
Thor.
don't make any moves against me. I do have eyes and ears everywhere.
As long as your people do not Castle Grey, then we are fine.
Excellent. Perhaps speak to Dale. Mention to him that I am willing to work with him on the arc. I am willing to postpone my
Hmm.
work on the project that I have started if you have any particularly good ideas for defending the ark. But if mine is not completed once this is finished, there will be repercussions for him and for you.
Well, we appreciate you putting your own interests aside for the Ark.
Briefly.
And yes, obviously. Or both our priorities is staying alive. And with that, I'll
Yeah.
kind of like go to walk away.
Absolutely fine, yeah. You feel our eyes kind of boring into the back of you, but yeah, nobody goes to stop you. The enforcers, they allow the users to go first, and as you go, they kind of follow you at the door to close them.
Mhm.
One of them kind of like, nicely handled. Usually you guys come in here shouting, making demands. Nice to see someone else how to do business.
My dear boy, I am all about business.
You assume he's nodding, quite hard to tell in the large kind of metal helmet, but yeah.
Yeah, it's like I see a tremble. Like a
Yeah, something happened in there, like it kind of clanks back and forward. It's like, that's weird. Okay, but yeah.
Mhm.
So yeah, you move off. You do see a runner. You see one of the grunts kind of like runs off towards the area where you know Dell's shop is.
Yeah, I'll obviously go to Dell, and I don't know if your what scene changed now or if you want to continue this.
We'll just go just for the sake of brevity. You're gonna go to Dell. You explain to. He
Just
looks
11.
visibly relieved. Like fuck. But she's given permission. The other guy's been there before. That's
Mhm.
fine. That's fine. That's fine. If you just need to do quickly, we'll get it done, and then we'll get back to it. Oh, that's not how he talks. Yeah. Watcher, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, and he basically agrees with you and asks if you have any particular plans that you want to do.
Well, I have to speak with my gearhead. He will know better, but I know that the ancients had many methods of defending themselves, and I know there's vehicles. I'd assume maybe setting up some form of spikes or something to stop them. However, um, once Gray returns, I'd rather hear her opinions on this.
I think they were talking about some stuff. They were talking about big metal things to stop vehicles getting close. They're talking about digging pits. They were talking about just making the ground uneven so things can't drive up to us. The flat ground around the arc now, so it's going to be a big, big project if we do that. I don't know what's best for you. I mean, maybe, yeah, if that's what you want to try, we can do anything. Anything I can do to help. I just want us to be safe. If we is negotiation with these guys off the table, we definitely fight. If we're starting to fight, I can start throwing that idea out there and making people aware.
I would hope to make a deal with them, back them off, temporarily, but I do not know. They may be unreasonable. However, the representative of her did say as long as they get food, they are fine. But obviously we need that food too.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll start quietly putting out the word that we're maybe going to fight these guys. People should ready their weapons and just get to positions of like vantage points and that. If they're going to be doing it, if we're gonna, we'll be ready. And if we're going to do the food thing, I'll maybe
Oh.
speak to Face and see about if we can maybe bullshit about how much we've got. No one really knows. We've not really put it out there. We just said there's food, so we can maybe trick them.
That's the hope. As long as they think that we only have a little amount. However, although if you whilst you're putting things out, if you could say that I have a bounty on any of the Thunnies' heads to any of the stalkers that are out and come across them.
Oh yeah. Well, that usually goes down quite well.
10 food per head.
Holy
They
shit.
nearly murdered me and Dodger. It is
You
now
see some of like his workers literally turn around at the 10 food per head, like holy shit! Like that's a fucking lot of food.
This is my own
yeah.
personal resources as well.
That's impressive. Before we switch to Ulf, what I'm going to do is, as you're doing this, you hear a weird squeeing noise walking by the shop, and at that point, Gray and Dodger are like, and they walk by, the kids walk by, and there's just a sack that is making a lot of noise.
They constantly surprise me every time I see them. It's good to see you again. We have much to discuss.
We have found some pets.
I see. I thought it was food, but
Whatever
you want to
maybe
call
both.
I'm not sure Dodger will like that, but okay. Anyway, have any of you seen Ulf?
I don't think he's back yet.
The only person that knows where Ulf is the stalker from the armory. And I will say by this point, if you want to go looking for him, you can find him. He has been drinking with the stalkers if you want to look for him. And you can pick up Dodger on the way. You used to know where Dodger is. And if you want, you can drop off some of the newcomers you've got to help with the pigsty/dog kennel up to use.
Yeah, I fill in Gray of what's happened in that and what information we've found. The deal that I made with Diane and how we've now got all the bosses seemingly on our side right now, for now.
Absolutely fine.
And as long as we are mutually aligned, she will only bother her anymore. Just
visible relief, just like, oh, someone else is dealing with it.
You pick up Dodger. Now you have written up plans for this kennel already. If you want, you can leave the mutants you have there. I will say that this can be either done through a force roll, or whatever appropriate role you think would be useful for building the pigsty/dog kennel. Who would like to roll it? Also, Dodger's here. Say hi to Dodger now.
No.
Hi, Dodger.
Hi.
Hello.
I point to the. Is it boars? Pigs? I'm like,
Pigs.
what
But
the
they are boars, but you can call them pigs.
I could do either inspire or manipulate.
Okay, right. There is two. I found the pigsty thing. It is either an endure roll or a know the zone roll. Does anyone have a know the zone or endure?
I suck at both.
Know the zone.
Actually,
I've got know the zone.
I've got no zone.
The guy that's not here has both. Useful. Right. What Rach? What have you
Oh,
got?
I have that in Joe.
Know the zone.
Well, what? Tell me your numbers, guys.
Know the zone is skill 2, and whatever TOT means is 5.
My Joe is
it at
skill
5.
3, and my TOT is like 6.
Yeah,
Okay, so
I
means
have
that you've
know
got
this.
6.
No,
Yeah, I have
check
know
it,
this
mate.
one at 5
Yeah.
and endure at 8.
Yeah,
Well,
no, the zone
either
for
one of
me
you
is
guys that's
skill
here can roll
1
it with a
and
+2 dice. Because
Logan,
you're
you
all
do it,
these
mate.
helpers.
Okay. You do it.
Yeah, I need it right.
Sorry, Minnie, what were you saying? I didn't mean to talk over you there.
Sorry.
No, it's all right.
Past
So that's-
one.
Have you got the additional dice, mate? I said 2 additional dice.
Oh, what did I do for that?
Just
push
roll
them,
2d6.
Yeah, just not 2d6, mate. Okay, cool. You need 2 dev points. You got 1. So I'm going to say that you explain to them, and they kind of start clearing
shit.
rubble, and they start building the things. If you want, you can push the roll. But I'm going to say if you push the roll, any ones you're going to take some damage.
I'm going to push it.
Yeah, you are.
So what did I do for push?
I think
Push
it's,
it
Click the
real
button next to
good.
roll.
I think it's one that literally just says push,
Yeah.
and then you just click roll.
And then a
Is
little
that
box
it?
will pop up behind your thing.
Nope.
Custom
And
that
it'll
it?
say yes,
Alright, so see,
whatever.
What's going
endure,
on?
then push, and then yes, submit to roll. So click
That's
where it
it.
says TOT, and then click
Endure, push, then roll.
well,
No,
right,
when
so
you once you've clicked push, minimize your
never mind.
character sheet, and there should be a little box that says submit.
Doesn't
I didn't
matter.
get
He
that.
did manage it, and he's and he's
Oh
horrible.
shit! You rolled
bunch of
3
things.
ones.
Oh,
fine.
hell?
That's fine. And
He's
you did
broken.
get 2 additional dice, mate. So roll them as well, please. 2d6.
56.
Yay! Okay, right.
Hey.
So some good things happen, and some bad things are going to happen. You got
What are
3
the bad
ones.
things
mate.
first?
What is your strength?
3.
My
Probably.
strength is.
I'll tell you
Yeah,
right now, it's 3. Yes.
I can tell because he's base dice, right?
Aye,
Yep,
Yeah, I'm
three.
looking at his. Yeah.
Mhm.
It's 3, mate. Yeah. So you start. You remember exactly what you wanted. You remember the plans. You get everyone going what they need to do, and as you're doing it, it all kind of comes together. You get the kind of roof on. You're quite impressed. This does take a few hours of you kind of working away, but you're not working quite hard. Just as you finish, one of the walls collapses on top of you and just fucking
Nice.
crushes you. Right. You do.
Oh.
So your friends kind of drag you out. You are now broken. You're at 0. So you're real fucked up.
Oh. Aye.
Now, luckily, there's
Not
no one here to
again.
coup de grace you and kill you. So they just kind of drag you out. You're like, you've got like a fucking. Your face has been kind of caved in. Your arms all fucked up. I do believe one of your companions has a zone healer kind of thing though, or like some heal skills.
I do
We'll
have
look
some
at
heal
some.
skills. I'm not as
I
good at
don't.
Elf's heal skills, but this is the second
They'll
time
do. They'll do.
you're making a
Just-
habit of this, Dodger.
Seems fucked up anyway. So he pulls your jaw back. Actually, Scott, describe how you heal his real fucked up injuries.
Yes, just like
He doesn't.
snapping things into place.
It's like,
Um,
give me a-
like somehow like ripping skin to break it into place, so it's like his knees backwards and I'd like twist it the other way, the bone breaks and then I reset it. It's incredibly
what is the skill
painful.
used for this? Is
Heal.
this a heal roll?
Yeah.
Roll me
He
a heal
didn't get.
roll
He
then.
didn't pass any.
But I didn't fail any either, so I don't know if
Oh,
that's
okay.
Do you want to push it?
Aye,
I'll
fuck
just
it, I'll push it.
Here's what I'll say. That's fine. Just push it. Okay, you got one success was all you needed.
Good stuff.
Logan, you got a fail. Doesn't matter because you got the success. Basically, he gets enough of you kind of back in working position. You go back to 1 strength, mate. Over the next 2 days, provided you eat twice the amount of food that you require, so that's 2 grub a day, then you'll be back to top. Unless somebody wants to like try and heal you. I say you can't heal you again today. You'd have to do that the next day. All right.
Yes.
But
Well,
yeah, you're
come
up
and
in your
see me
mobile.
tomorrow, but if you keep making habit of this, I'm going to require a bullet.
I mean, last time I gave you
Last time
think,
you
like,
ran from me and I
tons of food.
still saved you.
To be fair, I
Typical.
thought you did run.
I did run. I ran faster than you. But you ran foot.
Just dodge gives up. Like,
Like, it's an accurate statement you're making there, yeah. Right now, for food supply, who after the pigsty is completed, I'm going to say that this is a pigsty at the moment, and the kennels are going to happen. So I'm going to give you an option. You can have 2d6 to food and 1d6 to warfare, or you can have 2d6 to warfare and 1d6 to food. What would you prefer?
Warfare
Whoa.
is what I would
Warfare.
want.
War never changes.
Our food's quite low though.
Your
Our
food is
warfare's
falling
higher
low.
than our
We
food.
are currently building a farm, though.
True.
You currently have the
Warfare?
mushroom
And
farm which is
plus-
coming and the actual farm which is on its way. If you do it to warfare and you get warfare above 10, that means you can effectively train a militia. Because you
Let's go for it.
Ooh, yeah, militia. Yeah.
I think that's a good
Yeah.
one.
Actually, for funsies, Logan, you got your face smashed in. You can roll a 1d6 for warfare. Scott, you put his face back on. You can roll a 1d6. And would Miri or
Oh.
Rachel like to roll a 1d6? I know
Six.
Rachel loves rolling, but are you gonna
Rachel, go for it. Go for Rachel.
Oh, loves rolling.
Okay.
Right. So who did I say was warfare? Logan and Scott are warfare, and Rachel's food
Scott,
production.
yeah.
I rolled a 6.
I got a 6.
Holy fuck!
I got a 4.
God damn it!
Hey, I
Aye.
got a 6.
We've been
Fine,
needing
refuse
these, to be
accept
fair.
that's fine.
I take
Right.
back what I said.
Right, so Rachel went to food because she brought the piggy wiggies. So the food is going to go from 3 to 9, which means that
Yes.
it's still not quite good, but it's getting to the point where you can actually start feeding people with the basic what you are doing. And Logan got that's 10. Holy shit! So warfare is going to go up to 17. Oh, that's actually
Oof.
pretty good.
Nice
Right.
one, mate.
What I'll say is that as you have kind of trained the dogs, like you said, you are thinking things like, well, if we get an enforcer and a couple of dog handlers and a stalker, they could patrol. So it basically sparks off ideas in your head what you could
I
do.
kind of like get over the people that I brought in and that, and it's like good way for them to make food and that, and I start suggesting them.
Yeah, absolutely fine. What I'm going to say is that you're going to leave a few of them with you there. You just did decide that there's going to be some beds there. So there's a few of them are going to stay. I'll work out who I put in there off camera because that seems kind of boring to do right now. But yeah, we'll a few of those guys are going to stay there and actually run the pigsty and the dog kennel. And then maybe be room to expand it
Yeah, I
if
was
you
just
want
about
to
to
later on.
say that someone needs to
Um,
protect the pigs because they're
yeah.
food.
So I'll say a couple of the well, we'll work it out later on, but yeah, it's fine. I'll say the two
The
enforcers.
children now have duties.
Yeah, your children, your slave army, you use for other things. This different slave army we now have do other things.
This is
but
my
that's fine.
slave army that is doing this one.
So with that, I'm
We
gonna
just
say
need
it's about
Grey's slave army to do stuff as well. And I think Ulf's as well.
Well, I'll just need some friends. They're not quite as slave army right now.
Uh-huh.
Can we quickly take a break? Because I need to go to the toilet.
Yes, sure.
Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then I'll come right back. Okay.
Uh-huh.
We're
you've spent all day making a pigsty / kennel. That might get separated later on. But yeah, and with that, you've got some really amazing rolls there, so that is wonderful. The ark is going to be better protected. As you head off towards the what do we call it? The stalkers part, where your friend is going to be has returned and went drinking. I'm just trying to remember his name. It was Hannibal's unit. It is Dirk. Dirk the Stalker. He went with Ulf to the area, but he has since returned. And with that, we'll go and see what Ulf is up to. Hey, Ulf. So you've been sitting there for an hour quietly doing nothing. How goes it with the mushroom farm? What are you up to?
Richard?
Richard, can you hear us, mate?
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So you're there with Rishi and the other people from the mushroom farm.
Yep.
What he's doing.
Just continue working.
Okay, so you're working on it throughout the day. You got the fertilizer, you got the mushrooms. You started planting the day before, and you're already seeing some kind of sprouts kind of popping up from the ground. It's kind of a large chamber. You go out a little bit during the day just to get some air because it does get quite thick and quite smelly quite quick. I'll say that between you are going to have to do some rolls. So, what would you like to roll to do mushroom farming? There's not really a specific one for it. Have you got anything that you'd like to use? I'll give you know the zone. You can do endure because you're doing a lot of heavy work during the day. What do you prefer?
Do endure.
Endure, cool. I'll say that
Does
this
count? Does this count towards a project on the arc for the
Well,
arc?
what I'm going to say is this, because we discussed it as being proof of concept, this is a fairly small area you're doing. I'll give it 1d6 towards food production to start with, and then we can up it slightly if you do continue doing this. But at the moment, this is more just so you can do it.
It's because I have the workhorse talent, which gives me a +2 modification when I work on a project for the arc.
Absolutely fine, yeah. So it's like going to be fucking 10d6 you're going to roll here.
Oh, right, is that going to be an extra 2, so just put that in the gear dice. Okay. I'll roll. I'm going to push that.
Push it.
And it didn't
Let's
also.
see, you get a little bit of damage, but.
And for some reason, it didn't take the.
Okay, well,
other
before you
2d6.
push the roll, just do
Yeah.
roll me 2d6 first, just in case you get the successes already, because that'll cancel out your
Right, okay.
cool. Right, so
So
push
I'll
from the
push
rolls. So
that.
make sure you add your 2 additional d6 in there.
Yep. I will then move this. Where are we?
Holy shit. Okay, cool.
Oh, jeez.
Right. So, what we'll say is that, yeah, with the 3 successes, you make short work of it. You do see the other guys kind of slacking off on that during the day and maybe not doing exactly as you planned. But Rishi's got clear instruction for you, and you make sure they know exactly what they're doing. You dig the furrows, you put the ground in place, you put the fertilizer in properly. You just make short work of it. You thought this was going to take another couple of days, but you powered through. And yeah, it's absolutely what you want it to be. You've got some ideas to maybe expand it. When you're looking at the back of the cave, Rishi had mentioned that she kind of boarded off the back, and you do indeed find like some kind of corrugated iron, some plywood just kind of piled up against the door. When you ask her about it, she just goes, "Yeah, when I came up here originally, I heard some strange noises coming from down there, and I thought perhaps it was like a beast of some kind, or a dog, or something on the So I thought if I just boarded it off, then it wouldn't really bother us too much."
Is that further into the cave or up at the top of the cave?
That is further into the cave. So imagine you just basically came down a kind of short entrance, and it led into
Yeah.
a kind of open area, and then it goes right back down to another kind of cave that you don't know, but you just know there's almost like a tunnel, and it led on to something. But you've not been down that way. It's all been blocked off because she was worried that something might come out of it. And it not
Might as
really
well
my
go and
wheelhouse to go exploring, but it seems fairly safe.
I might as well go and check that out then, if there's just in case there's something up here is going to try and eat the mushrooms.
Okay, if you wish. Okay. I'll stay here with the mushrooms, but if you want to take one of our colleagues with you, feel right. I'll keep one if you want to take one. Yeah, and one of
I
Richard's
think
chairs away.
one of them's an enforcer, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I'll take the enforcer with us.
Okay. So yeah, you start pulling the thing across, and you go down that way.
I'll close it back over just in case the worst should happen.
As you go down, she's. We'll close the door. If you want back out, just bang it like 5 times, and we'll pull it back off.
No
Try
bother.
not to take too long. Don't maybe wait till you have some backup. But good luck. Do you have a light source? I mean, you can make a torch of that fairly easily. You know how to. You've got like flint and whatnot to make a flame. So if you want to do that, you
I'll
can.
do that.
Okay, cool. So that's not a problem. Let's have a look here. So no, not that one. Mushroom farm. There we go. Not that bit there. Into the cave network. So, yeah. Basically, you head down, and you seem to be walking for quite a while. The enforcer you're with kind of grumbles a bit, like not really wanting to be here. Like the smell from the torch is quite acrid. But yeah, you walk down. As you walk down, you notice that there's a few different noises. You come to like a fork in the road, and one's got like a rushing sound, which you've heard before. It's water rushing, and that seems to be the one that leads down to the left. The one that leads to the right is like a kind of ticking noise, like a kind of like just like a tapping. It's hard to work out what it is.
Okay, we'll go down to the right.
So you're going down to the right, okay?
We'll do this quietly.
Yeah, that's fine. You can give me a stealth roll if you want, or you can just try and be quiet.
Sneak.
Yeah, give me a sneak roll if you want. Okay, you think you're being sneaky. At least to the best of your knowledge, you're being sneaky.
Yeah.
I won't make the NPC roll because I always think that's a bit of a waste of time. Right, so you continue on, and it's dark, it's wet, it starts to smell quite bad, and you come across 3 different sections. The first one you look at is stinking. It is like you go up to it and just you get a mouthful of air just kind of gust through you, and it makes your eyes water. Feels like it burns your nose hair, and you look down there and it's like just foul and stinking. You're not sure what's going on in there. Do you have know the zone?
Yeah, I do.
Give me a know the zone roll.
It's
Yep,
one
fine.
success.
You see, you're looking down at you. These kind of smells and this kind of sound and this kind of like just general feel about it. That's an area that's contaminated with rot. You don't know what rot is, but you know that if it gets on you, it can get in you and it can ruin. You've seen mutants fall apart from touching rot.
So when you said we went down to the right, it went off into 3
basically-
sections.
Yep. So the right hand path split off into 3 different sections itself. The first one you kind of followed for a while, and it came to a kind of more open area, and that's the area you're pretty sure is contaminated with rot. You can
Right,
almost
so
like feel it burning your skin.
So the first bit to the right is full of rot. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, let's check the middle.
Okay, you go to the next bit, and I guess so you kind of backtrack, and then you follow this other path, and this is where you heard the tapping from. It's like metal on metal, like something banging against something else. Looking through, it's kind of hard to work out, but you do see some things you recognise. There's like parts of machines. I mean, you've seen ammo boxes before that are these ones are broken and scattered. You see all kinds of machinery, kind of partially broken. Hard to tell what it is, but you can give me a comprehend roll if you want. See long tubes with like signs on the side and fins on the back.
I don't have that as a skill, but I
And know the
have
zone.
wits.
Comprehend, know the zone, what you want.
Know the zone or comprehend.
Either or, just to work out what these things are.
Okay, I'll do know the zone. That'll do 2 successes.
You look like you've seen this kind of stuff lying about. You remember seeing this stuff in that military checkpoint. This was something to do with what they called a military or an army back then. It looks like some kind of dumping ground for things that the army used.
But it's ticking, it's metal on metal.
You're hearing like things clanging against each other, like things are falling down. There's almost like a level of heat that comes from in there as well. Not rot, like something exploded, like if something got really hot and then cooled down. So there's things going on in there. But there's stuff.
Nuclear waste.
Well, that would be more. That would more
That'd
fall
be
the
more
idea
rock.
of what, but like
Um,
one might say unexploded ordnance that sometimes explodes.
yeah. I'll check it out if it's not too warm.
Yeah, I mean you can definitely try and go through there. So as you're going through, you start to see things. You see like kind of circles on the ground that have got like it's like a circle, and then it's got like a kind of like plate on top of it.
Mm-hmm.
And you look at them, they look dodgy, and you see other kind of like bits of metal. There's lots of kind of weird things that look like they're designed to hurt people, so you kind of like try and walk around them. If you're going to kind of go through here, you're going to need to give me some move rolls to try and avoid touching anything that looks like it might blow up.
Would I know what these are?
Yeah, you know what these are. Like you've heard stories of these. These are mines.
Yeah, I was going to say, would I know specifically these are landmines?
You have heard stories of the ground exploding, and there's talk of things that like sit in the ground, and then based on like the heat and the debris and the kind of like things that you see hanging off the ceilings, like it looks like somebody dumped a bunch of things that blow up down here.
Okay, I'm gonna say the enforcer. No, we should probably this way is safe. I don't think anything's coming through here anytime soon. So there's landmines up that way.
Yeah.
Landmines. Okay. We'll go down the final bit, the left.
Okay. And now as you again backtrack, you go up the other way. This
Hmm.
one is different. This is
Sorry, see before we go, could I take a quick count to see how many mines are down here?
you can see how many mines are at the beginning, because
Mhm.
without kind of going through the whole thing, you wouldn't really know. What I'll say to you is dozens.
That's not bad. I'm gonna turn to the enforcer. What kind of mutation do you have?
We will find this out right now. Give me a moment. Factions. Sorry. Don't happen to remember which one I took. It sent me today. Nope, that was not
The
Spark.
enforcer.
Was it Dozer? No, that's a chronicler. Attacker. I think that's a fixer. I should usually put this in their name. Oh wait, it was her daughter. It was Heather,
Yeah,
wasn't
it was.
it?
It
It
was
was Heather. So yeah.
yeah.
I have a. Let me see let me look at my stat sheet. I
I
have a tracker and I have reptilian.
reptilian. Okay,
Yes,
that's
I
gonna
have a
help.
look. I can go invisible, but you can still see all her clothes. I am invisible, kind of. And I have tracker, and that means that I can look where things are and I can find them.
No problem. I also took our daughter, which was the gearhead, right?
The enforcer
took
came with
two
you.
of
The
them.
gearhead did not come with you. Only
It was
only
a
one came
fixer,
with you.
wasn't she?
She's up at the farm, I think.
Only one person came with you, which was the enforcer. Everyone else stayed in the mushroom farm.
Right, okay. Because I took a few grunts. Did we not take a gearhead? Because I had to take a gearhead.
You took the gearhead, which was another daughter, which was Charlotte, but she
Right.
again
Yeah.
nobody
Okay.
came with you bar
Fair enough.
Heather. So they're back.
Okay. In that case, if there's around about a dozen or so, dozen or more. Okay, we'll go down the other side then, mate.
Okay. I don't know why I'm talking in this voice now. Right, so yeah, you just go down to his track way back, and then you go back to the next way. This way is tough to work out. You do see something you recognise though. Those black bags you found, the remnants of the humans from the pre-war, the sick ones. There's a shitload of them, and there's like weird orange bags with like a strange symbol on them. You would recognise as biohazard.
Hmm.
You've seen them lying around the zone. You've seen them, especially on houses that have been boarded up. You've seen those kind of signs before. They tend to mean nothing good. But yeah, there's just the floor is kind of littered with all kinds of weird things. There's little plastic things with like little metal things coming out of them. You can give me a comprehend if you want, or you can just say what you think it is.
Say that again. So what was
Uh,
it? So there are
Comprehend
little
if you want
bags.
to try and guess what this was, but little basically biohazard bags, and then like weird little metal things and like implements and all kinds of like tools, which kind of look like the vet tools and that you've found in the past, except these ones have been dumped.
Have they been used?
If you want to go and investigate them, you can find out.
I'll investigate them.
I will say that they are on the ground and like there's piles of them, so your assumption would be these are used and contaminated in some way. Or at least thought of that they were contaminated.
These blood bags?
These, whatever was in them was kind of like long since turned to sludge.
Hmm.
But
Could
if you were
assume there were blood bags with needles and IV. Okay.
some kind of contaminated medical waste would be the
So
guess,
medical
assuming
waste.
there was such things.
Okay. Blood bags of medical waste. Yeah, I'll see if I can comprehend them.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
got one success.
You recognise the medical implements from the stories you were told when you were young. They were all single use, especially during the height of the Red Plague. It was becoming much more difficult to kind of treat. People didn't really know what was happening. It kept mutating and evolving, so they just started throwing away everything that could have been contaminated. At first, they were burning it, and eventually, the queues to burn it were so long. Eventually, started just dumping it in the ground. So whatever was landfill just became places to throw bodies. And it looks like this was at some point some kind of dumping ground for bodies.
Anything useful?
If you want to go looking through it, you can do. You'd have to give me a scout roll. What I will say is the dangers involved in this is that what you look through could be contaminated in some way.
Could hurt me.
Yeah.
I'm not got long. Let's do this.
Yeah, baby. No successes, no fails. So what I'll say is that you're very, very careful. So careful, in fact, that you kind of keep picking things up, and everything you pick up is just like it's unpleasant. But you don't find anything of any use.
Okay, and that's the right. We'll track our way back, and we'll go down to where the water was rushing.
Okay. So yeah, you go back through the tunnels, and you come back to where the water was rushing. Now, what you find when you go through here is it's hard to understand. It's like something that's been built, but it's like a river, like the river that flows into the loch, but it's like squared off. It's like someone made it. It goes off in one direction, it flows from another direction. There's all kinds of weird debris and stuff lying about it, but yeah, it seems to be some kind of like human-made system for transporting water underground.
Is it concreted?
Yeah.
It's do I know of sewers?
Again, give me a comprehend roll if you want to see if you remember these things. You guys would recognise it as a sewer system. Ulf does not. He thinks real hard and does not know what it is. You're for sure like, I don't know what this would be for. This is strange. Why would they put water underground? The water is better up in the top because then you can drink it. And she sniffs like, this water smells bad. This does not smell like nice water. We should not drink this. If only my mum was here, she would know what to do. She's very smart.
Probably.
We should follow it. It is going up this way, or perhaps down this way.
There's two ways.
Yes, it is. It is coming from the top and it's going out the way. Of course, there is two ways. It is a river. River cannot be.
We'll follow on to the way out, because if there is a
We
way
should
out,
follow the water the way the water is flowing or against the flow.
we'll follow the water to where it's flowing.
Okay. For this, then we can travel. As you go down, the water does occasionally kind of branch off in different directions, but it tends to always like flow into this, and then go the other way. So it's always flowing into the larger stream. As you go down, you do encounter some kind of like debris that's blocking your way. You can try and get your way through it. She can help you, but you would need to like basically pull whatever this is into the water to kind of like force it down. So if you want to kind of try and find out where this is going, you're going to have to like break through some barriers. These are not weapons in time though.
There's barriers though, right?
Not barriers as such. I just mean like artificial barriers that have kind of things have built up over time. So things have got washed into the sewers and like over time just blocked away. So branches, weird debris, like bits of old sign. It doesn't appear to be like made by anyone. It's just something that's accumulated over time.
But it's enough to stop people.
It's enough to stop you at the moment, yeah. You can
Excellent.
certainly get through it. You're tough.
Let's go the other way. Check up, go upstream. I always just want to
Okay.
make sure this place is blocked off.
Okay. Yeah, you head up and you're always just following the main stream of the water. You don't go into any of the other parts
Yeah.
where it flows into it. And yeah, essentially you follow up and you do find this is unblocked. This just seems to keep going and going.
We'll turn about and goes, well, we've done our searches.
Okay. So
We'll
obviously,
go
yeah,
back.
you follow up for like an hour or
Yeah.
so, and you just keep going. It just keeps going, and yeah.
Yeah, we'll turn back down to where the barrier was, the blocked area, and we'll see if I can move some of this stuff without actually breaking without breaking it, because I want to try and use it for blocking.
Yeah, absolutely fine. So what's the purpose of what you try to do? You try to like clear a path so you can get by it, or you try to just
Yeah.
clear it away, right? So just so you can kind of squeeze by the side.
Yeah.
Yep, cool. Give me a force roll. She's helping you, so an additional 2 dice, please.
To
Holy shit.
uh,
Okay. Yes,
5
easily.
successes. Yeah.
Yeah, easily.
Fuck.
Yeah, you go over and just kind of like grab the cut and just kind of pull, and it does collapse into the water. But you've still successfully blocked most of it. Nothing can get down there, but you can easily go by the side.
Excellent. We'll continue on.
Now you continue on, and as you do so, you just kind of like you keep walking. You notice that there's more channels that come in from the side, from like different directions. But the main path is what you're following as you go down. Up ahead, you do see some light. It's fairly far off in the distance, but it's unmistakable. It's definitely some what you would assume would be daylight.
Right. We'll keep going, but we'll keep quiet at this point as we start heading towards the light.
Okay, that's absolutely fine. Do me a favor.
Mhm.
Roll me a d4.
Excellent.
Actually, wait a second. Okay, yeah, I did actually write that in. So yeah, roll me a d4.
Can I use this one of my successes from earlier on this? Can I?
No, this is more of a to see if you encounter anything. This is an encounter check, not a skill check.
Could I use this to actually make the? Could I use one of my successes to lower the threat level of the encounter?
I'll allow it.
So how would I do that? Just roll a d4
Roll me
and
a
say, right,
d4, and basically, if you're rolling into anything bad, I'll take away one of them, or however many you want to. I'll take
Okay.
away. I'll tell you, 2 would have cleared that very, very easily. So I'll take away 2 from whatever you meet, if you meet
Okay.
anything.
I'm waiting on it being a land shark.
4.
This actually works quite well. As you're walking down one side, you look across the other side of the river,
Mhm.
and you see some strange looking mutants. Eyes are much paler, but like all one color, like just kind of yellowed eyes. They kind of wear like some form of armor. They've got scrap spears, and they're just kind of staring at you.
Is this against the walls, or are they just blocking the way
They
towards the
basically
light?
came down from another direction. So just as you have kind of walking along, they've just kind of like walked around the corner, and they're just like staring. They seem as surprised to see you as you
Yeah.
do them, but they're not making any aggressive moves. They do have weapons, much like you have weapons,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
they
I'll
just
I'll
kinda,
I'll
they're
keep
like,
my hand. I'll keep my hand on my sawn off at this point and raise the left hand. Hey,
they like raise a hand, like kind of like yes. Who are you?
me. I'm Jimmy. Jimmy Hallsteader.
Why are you here?
We got lost down here a couple of days ago. We've been trying to find a way out. What about yourselves?
Looks at our kind of his groups. Live here.
Really?
Yes.
I'll just have a quick look over their eyes. If I can, I'm assuming that they are totally blind, or
Not so much blind. I can't give you it, but if you want to do like a comprehend roll or something like would denote some kind, I can maybe give
No,
you
no,
more
no.
information.
I'll just try to ask him. It's can't
You
help
do
but
know that he
notice your
waved back to you when you waved to him.
yeah. Can't help but notice your eyes there, friend. Are you okay? You look injured.
Not hurt. Fine. Ice. Work.
Right. It's just you don't have them dark marks in the middle. Pupils.
Like, Lee knew,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But this guy's like marks in eye. And he looks over to like one of his companions and kind of looks at their eye. Eyes. Work.
Okay.
Now remember,
That's
you
fine.
are over the river from each other, so like it's
Yeah.
it's quite hard to see. You do know he does kind of squint a bit into the torch that you're holding, but he doesn't seem to like that very much.
I was gonna ask about that. That's okay. So, when I see that, sorry, I didn't mean that. I'll pull the torch back a wee bit. Just to sort of
Aye.
apologies.
Fine.
The
Above.
yeah, like I say, we got lost down here. We're just trying to find a way out. I'm assuming this way. I'll point to where the light is.
He looks up, so it's in that big river out
So,
above.
right. That's good to know.
Do you want out?
Well, if it's this way, then that'll be great. We know our way. We're just passing through. We don't mean any harm.
Goodbye. Walks off. I'm just gonna
Which
stop him.
way? Which way does
We
he
go
walk
back
off?
to the way they came. They came out from a side channel, and they just kind of look at you like they just kind of walk back up the way they came, and you kind of like you hear them kind of grunting and speaking to each other, but that language is more difficult to understand.
Hey, before you go,
Yes,
is it just you two down here, or is there more?
more.
Listen, we have a. I don't know how well set up you're here, but we're looking for more kind of people to join our group. We live up outside, which might be an issue, but we're looking to do trading with other people, and even if you don't want to come with us, we were wondering if you got anything to trade, because there's these, and I'll just plot spludge explain about the Hell Raiders.
Right, okay. Most of what you say baffles him. Even the concept of trade
Yeah.
is like, no, trade. You give, I give.
Yeah, exactly,
We
that kind
have
of thing.
need. Oh,
Right. You don't need anything.
looks confused for a second. Like, no, Queen provides.
Your queen.
Oh.
Yes, Queen.
Right. Okay.
Old man. Gone. Queen new. Look after. Gul'dan.
Oh, okay. Uh. See what I've got. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Just saying we are friendly mutants, much like yourselves. It's just to make sure we're okay
You
because
safe if no hurt us.
of course, like to say, likewise, we help each other if need be.
Nods. How
It's not-
you help. How we help you.
like I say, if we end up in trouble, or if you end up in trouble, we can help each other out. We can exchange knowledge. We can help build things. Because me and my friend here, with a little scout party, we're looking around to try and find some stuff, basically. so we may come back, but just to let you know that we mean no harm and we just passing through.
You kind of like you spend some time thinking about what you've said there. Why, gout down? More of you
Maybe 4 or 5.
in tunnels?
We'll be back in the tunnels soon enough. Further up, just at entrance of cave.
Okay. Hey, what's that? I was like, 5 of you, no more.
Yeah, no more. 5 for now.
Kind of like screws up his face at it. Why for now? 5
We're
only, no more. Ours down here.
Oh, okay.
You
Yeah, sure. That's fine.
right.
We will what we'll do is we'll section off our place so that we
Where
don't
you have place down here.
we
Where?
found somewhere that we're looking to do some stuff. Nothing bad, nothing really major. We just like to say we're trying something. If it doesn't work, then it doesn't work. But we'll keep you in the loop. Actually,
Take me to place. You down here.
so 2 of them here, yeah.
There's actually 4 of them.
It's
I was just
actually
having this discussion, 2 or more, just kind of like they've kind of circled round.
right.
Yes. Take us to place. We see you safe.
Yeah, we are safe. I'll take my gun off. I'll take my hand off my gun at this point, obviously. But I have question. How do you feed yourselves down here?
And he holds up, kind of pulls from his back, holds up, and there's like sorry, not rotfish,
Right.
which is something you've experienced before. Effectively, kind of like a cross between a crocodile and a big, like a pike, and he just kind of shows it to you. Hunt, eat, grow,
Grow.
grow.
You grow rotfish?
No
What do you grow?
food.
Oh, like, and I'll pull out one of the mushrooms, not the brown one.
He pointed.
Like that?
Yes.
Right. Yeah. That's what we are also trying to do that here. We're looking for somewhere to grow more mushrooms for our place because we're out in open. There's not a lot of we can't grow these up there. We look down here to grow more for us.
Need dark, heat, warm.
Yeah, exactly. That's what we're looking to do.
Yes, show me.
Sure, not a problem. How's he looking? Is he I know I'm not picking up much on from the conversation, but is what's he thinking?
You can do a sense of motion if you want.
No, I don't want to do sense of motion. 'Cause I'm not good at it. Yeah, he's fine.
Hard to say. I mean,
Oh,
not made any aggressive moves, but
I can't use one of the
nah,
successes.
that would only work if you were doing another force roll.
I
You
get
could
ya.
use that, but
Yeah, I get
yeah.
you.
The deal you're getting is that they're not being aggressive. Like up until you mentioned that you were doing stuff down here, they didn't do anything. I mean, they've not had to go. Logan, close the door, please. It's freezing. Not you, Logan.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, they just seem more curious. It's hard to tell.
Okay.
So what they do is they pull out these kind of like sticks. They seem to
Mhm.
like be fairly long. They kind of extend, they screw them together, and they just basically kind of like vault across the water.
Makes
Something that
sense.
looks like they practice doing. So they land and put the sticks back on their backs.
Okay.
Careful here. Bad, angry, top people.
Oh, we are not like that at all.
No. They like just motions like attacking. They attack us.
Ghouls. Look like. I'll explain ghouls if I can.
He's like people dressed in rags that shout a lot and have weird Scottish accents. Like, yeah,
Yeah, that's
bad
exactly how I'll
people
describe them.
attack.
Yeah, they do that with us too.
Listen, here, far, noisy.
As we're walking, I'll have a word with him obviously. And how do you deal with these ghouls?
Quiet.
Quiet. It's very clever.
Quiet. Although he does have a large weapon in his back. You're like, well, he might also do it as a spear. So you know, but
Oh,
Yeah,
quietly spear them best way.
hell yeah.
when they're not looking.
Again, hell yeah.
Where are you from? You know, like, it seems like pause. Thinks with Lan Arc
Yeah.
town
Kind of city, big, huge.
where bad
Um,
people live.
up above, no, not here. Further away.
No. Right. Yeah. Cool. Yeah.
And I'll just explain. I'll explain to him, says just to warn the queen that I now know of the Hell Riders about these huge machines they ride, and they're dangerous. Just to look out for them, just to make sure there's keep just to let them know to keep watch out for them and keep safe.
Yeah. You'll go back and forth for a bit. You'll try and like which try to understand. Do they come under the ground? These things.
No, but if they discover you, they may come down and just explain that they look to destroy and take everything that is yours and theirs. That's why we are trying to hide. Yeah.
Yes. Yep. And he'll follow you back. Are you going to take him back to the mushroom farm?
Uh, I'll like to say, I'll keep talking to him. I'm just trying to get a measure of the guy just to make sure, and I'll ask him about the Queen and what they do down here.
When
And
you ask about the Queen, they're more cagey giving out information about the Queen. All they'll mention just like it comes across as it's their leader, somebody that's they've been with for some time.
Mm.
They talk a bit about a time before the Queen when there was like a person that was in charge, but the place they took them collapsed in the ground and lots of them died. And then they just kind of wandered in the caverns for some time, and then they found a place, and the Queen was there, and then the Queen kind of looked after them, and that was
Cool.
a long time ago.
Nothing cagey about them at all.
They provided you don't do anything aggressive. They don't seem to be particularly aggressive towards you, just more suspicious of what your motives are. They don't seem to like the idea of you being underground, and
Yeah, that's
staying
fine.
underground.
I'll keep the fire next to me just as to lead myself through. But I'll say to who is it, Charlotte?
Charlotte there.
Yeah, I'll say say to Charlotte. Do you remember your way back to the farm?
Yes, I think so. It is this way, and then that way, and then this way, and then this way, and then that way.
I
If we
will
find our way back to Cavern,
yeah
then we just go that way.
I will openly say this to Charlotte so that I'm not hiding anything, and just say you run up ahead, tell them that we're coming up with some guests.
No,
Non-aggression.
ahead. No, wait, go together. You could be trapped.
Oh, totally understand, but I'm certainly not that type of guy. I'm not smart enough.
not trust you yet.
That's fair.
This home. You danger.
I assure you we're not any danger at all. We're just looking to see if we can grow mushrooms, that's all. It's to help feed our people as well. Much like yourselves.
At the mention of the caverns and that, they
Hmm.
say they kind of like you see them like a bit of thought kind of goes through and say, okay, stay together.
Yeah,
Are you going to stay
okay.
together or are you going to run? Yeah, cool. So I'm going to follow
Yeah,
you
okay.
back.
Yeah,
Um,
well,
As you go back, two will follow you, and when you go back at the camera system, two peel off and they head towards the other three ways that you can go. You can't tell which way they go because they go off unless you're going to do something about that. But they peel off and go a different way.
uh,
The
which
guy that's been speaking, you will say to him, "Nay, go. Say where we go with you."
did they go down a way we've already been down?
They did. They headed towards the three separate passages you can go. You don't know which one they went to, but you see them peel off that direction.
I don't think they've went down the mines. Unless they know of the mines or unless they put them down. Was there a way? See
So
the way with the body bags was there wasn't any further down, was there?
there was, yeah. There was each one of those
Did it
places just kept leading on, but it
just
was
kept
just like
going?
each
Right,
little
okay.
open area where there was fucking
Fair enough.
shit there.
Okay. Okay. No problem. So there's only two of them now. Excellent. Okay.
Mhm.
Aye, so I'll take them up.
Yeah, so they follow you.
Who's the mushroom person? What's the what's the name?
Reiki, I
Rishi?
think her name was, Rishi.
Rishi.
Rishi, I'm pretty sure it was.
See when we get closer to the place, I'll turn around and says, I'm just letting them know. I'm gonna shout ahead, let them know that I'm back and I'm safe. It's just to make sure there's nothing intentional. I just shout the name and say I'm back. Just no
Logic.
aggression. Yeah, it's no warning or anything.
Yeah, so yeah, you've got to the door.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
shout
bum bum.
through, yeah. You bang on. Yeah. Use help push. They help push. Eventually, you pull
Yeah.
the door, the kind of like the makeshift barrier down, and you just kind of go back into the farm and like Rishi and that see.
Yeah.
The
So
people with you.
I'll say to Rishi, says Rishi, I'm sorry I didn't catch. I'll probably ask their names. I would have asked their names if I was walking.
This one is referred to himself as Gul'dan.
Gul'dan.
Mhm.
Okay. This is Gul'dan. He's actually part of an arc that's down here. Did you know this, Rishi?
Rishi. I'm not going to do this bit where I have to go through 7 different
Yeah.
voices. So instead, I'm just going to tell you what happens here. Yeah. So Rishi had no idea this was down there. She'd heard the noises, but just assumed it was
Right.
something scary and did not want to deal with it. So she put that up there. She
Yeah.
had no idea there was another arc down here. She'd never seen any evidence. She'd never heard any voices.
I'll
And
explain to her says what the problem is. It says like I say, it says if this is the area, we're just showing what we are doing. We're not doing anything malicious. It's just we're trying to grow mushrooms, and it says yeah, this is basically what we're doing, and we'll show them what we're trying to do now in the small part that we're in.
Okay, they'll go through and you see Gul'dan will kind of like start looking through what you've done. He'll kind of like check the mushrooms, check the soil and that. And he'll start kind of quizzing you about what you're doing and how you're doing this and how many people you try to feed.
Well, I'll mention them, Gul'dan. That it's actually it's a test. We're testing to see if we can grow them, and if we can, we're trying to grow more. And then I'll explain about the fact of it's. I'll not give him the whole number of how many folk in the ark, but we're trying to feed a lot, basically.
Okay, you'll go back and forth with him. And he'll kind of like think about it, and he'll explain how you can increase the yield of these mushrooms. And if you want mushrooms, they can provide you with mushrooms as well. And he also kind of explains how you can actually grow these on the walls as well to give yourself a higher yield. And he just kind of goes back and forth and explains some stuff to you. But the point he makes is that he doesn't want you going any further into the caves
Right.
unless you speak to the queen and get her permission.
And how do we go about speaking to the queen?
I will go speak to Queen. Come back, and if she allows, then
If we need more room, yeah. Like I say, if we need how much, if we needed the more room, I don't think we do now. Thanks for your help. But if we needed the more room, how much would we be allowed?
her decision, not me.
Of course,
You make
no problem.
rules.
Well, like I say, Golden, genuinely thank for your help. I'm sure Rishi appreciates it as well, uh, especially sharing knowledge.
Yes. We leave. Speak to Queen. Come back. Few days. Well, no days. Few sleeps.
Few sleeps, okay. Yeah, of course. Again, thanks very much for your time and your knowledge, and I'll offer my hand for a handshake.
He looks at it, then takes it and shakes it.
Yeah, shake. Thank you.
And with that, they walk back off into the depths. Are you allowing them just to go? Are you doing anything about it, or are you just off they go?
Allow them to go.
Okay. You go off. 5 minutes, 10 minutes passes.
We'll see you later.
They're gone. They're gone. They're gone 10 minutes ago. Yeah, you say goodbye as they leave. They kind of look back at you and they kind of like they wave and then they walk off. But yeah, they have left.
What's the gearhead's name?
You've got Heather and Charlotte with you.
Excellent. Charlotte's a gearhead?
Yeah, wait a minute. I will
She's
tell
the
you who the
enforcer.
gearhead is. The gearhead is gearhead is Charlotte. Heather is the enforcer.
Right. So I went with Heather, so I'll take Charlotte. Okay, Charlotte, we found some landmines. We might need some of them. You think you're able to do
Yeah, well, Auntie Grace, she told me about the landmines. You remember when she gave me the explosives? I had been taking them apart, and they only hardly ever blow up now. Only one in every 2 times.
excellent. Rishi.
Yeah, Rishi speaks to you. I'm
Yeah.
not going to be doing every
See
single
what
voice. That's
okay,
what you
see
want to
with
say.
the yeah, see with the new techniques we now know how to yield.
Aw.
We now know how to get a bigger yield. We can grow up walls and stuff. Do we need as many people up here?
Rishi's prepared to, if you leave her and the 2 grunts, you can take Heather and Charlotte back to the art. She is going to need people here to do things.
Oh no,
But
no,
in the short
I'm
term,
totally staying. What I'm saying is, if I was to say, did we take stalkers?
nope. You took a stalker who then left you there.
So we
You
don't have
took-
a stalker.
He's not a stalker. I mean, you can find your way back. You know where the arc is. You've
No,
got a
no,
map.
it's not. I know we'll know our way back, but I need someone who can get there quick to let them know that. Oh, by the way, we've found some really creepy guys down here. We don't know if we're going to get attacked. So it's a case of we need people to know that we're here, and we need to get
You
people
don't
up
have a
here.
stalker with you, no.
Yeah, okay.
To get back, basically, a stalker could get back in half the time with appropriate roll. Use the ability to make it back in probably a day.
Mm-hmm. A day they said two
They
sleeps,
said they'd
right?
be back in a few sleeps. They didn't specify a time. I couldn't really work out how they would measure time, to be honest. So
I mean,
they're going
yeah,
to sleep a couple of times.
I could probably
I'd imagine
do it.
I'd
'Cause I've got
imagine
to
the
know the
dead by
zone.
sounds of water. Like it'd probably be like the sound of something.
Yeah.
Could well be. They also were very almost deliberately not giving you a time to when they're going to be back.
Mm-hmm.
So because they're unsure of you.
Okay, then we take shifts. Maybe we should try and shore up this door.
You can certainly try.
Yeah, with the gearhead, I'm going to say any idea is I'm going to try and help the gearhead make this door a little bit more secure because if I have to start
Yes, I can
blasting,
certainly reinforce the door. It will not take too long. We can perhaps, if you want, I can collapse cave. I can explode it.
yeah, let's go. I'm going to take her towards the mines and see if she can disarm some of these mines because we might need these.
Okay. So you want me to disarm these mines? This is incredibly dangerous, but I'm sure Mother would approve. Let me see.
Of course she will. I'll help her with that in any way what I can, because I'm not about to let her die.
Okay, now let me see what the Charlotte has for this. She has. Okay.
Jury rig, right?
She has jury rig. Yeah. Okay. She actually got really cool. I gave her really cool things. Okay, she's actually a wee bonus to this as well.
We'll say that.
Okay. Right. So, how it's going to happen is she's going to do this. For every success she gets, you can have a mine. However, if there's any failed, regardless of the successes, the mine will go off and it will require a roll to get out the fucking way. Okay.
How good a jury rig does she have? What's her skill?
You don't know.
No, because the more dice she rolls, the more chance she has of rolling ones.
I will say that you know she is very clever. That is what you know. You have no idea how good she is at jury rigging things because Auntie Grey taught me things that don't make them not blow up.
Yeah.
But they sometimes blow up because you can't stop them because they're not built properly. It is not me. It is they are broken. Do you want me to do this?
Wait a minute. Give us a minute. Why is that not? Why the hell is this not working? God damn it. Sorry, excuse me. I'm trying to figure out why the fuck I can't.
Yeah, I'm going to
read
eat this. He's going to
anything.
immediately talk to me as soon as I eat this.
Of course I am. Right, what can I do? I can only steal, I cannot give. Okay. Yeah, okay. Let's do this. I'll help her in any way I can.
Okay. Yeah,
By
standard
keeping my
battle.
hand on her and getting ready to heal her should she lose an arm.
2 successes, no fails. I told you I'm very good at this.
Excellent. You think
Um,
you...
My girl.
Yeah. She goes up to 2 mines and she like slides a small piece of metal underneath it to kind of like stop the pressure system working, break the circuit. This is very easy. She throws you the mine.
Oh, fuck.
And then she goes to the other one. But this one is different. This one seems to have. It is probably fine. It is making hissing noise. So it works fine. Catch! Throws that to you. You catch it. She's successful with some too.
Yeah.
I will be honest. I do not want to do this anymore. This is very scary. That one over there is about to blow up. Do you see the spark? Look. You see a little
Yeah,
tiny
yeah,
blue
yeah.
spark?
Let's fucking
is
go.
bad.
But yeah. I'll take her back. I'll say to her, do you think you can do that again, but to
Go
reset
fuck yourself.
these?
No chance. No thank
No,
you.
no, no. Do you
I
think you
almost had
can?
aneurysm.
I get it, but do you think you can make these
fucking-
live again? Make
Oh,
them.
easy, watch. Now it is live.
No.
Oh, don't move. Hold on. I'm just kidding. It's fine.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
Your head jokes.
Ah, that's my girl. I raised her well.
Is there a way that we can keep these from exploding until
Yes,
we need
of
them
course,
ready to
easy.
explode?
Put over there. Throw a rock. It never explode again. I'll explode once. Done.
No, is there some way, like, I mean, so the thing she's pulled, can you attach something to that so if we need this to go live, we can pull it?
Of course. And I can copy design. If you wish, I can take apart and then I can show to gearheads. Gearheads can make it as long as we have small amount of explosives.
No, I want to hide this on our side of the wall. So if we do get in trouble, I can make this live. So if anyone was to step on it, it'd explode. But if we want,
and it work, we can attach.
yeah, but if we want to go, what I'm saying is, see if we were to hide this mine, we would know where this mine is, right?
If you remember what it is, yeah.
Of course, I'll remember what it is. The fact is, we hide this.
Yeah, if you
Yeah,
think so.
but I want to make sure that it's.
I don't want to. It is not a good idea to put mine anywhere we might step on it. Mine's dangerous. Mine old. Mine could blow up anytime.
Well, this is my point. I mean, if you've made this live, so what she's done is she's put something to break the circuit. Yeah. So the fact is, if we were to pull this, it becomes live again. What I want is we keep that in there. So if I know we're in trouble, we just pull this and it becomes live, right?
It is 90% safe.
Excellent. That's good enough for me. 90% is better than 9. So I will just I will hide this at the door.
Oh, to the cave.
Yes.
Mm.
No,
Oh,
no,
so
no.
you mean
To
the
the
other
door.
side of the
The
cave?
door.
Yeah.
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 To the other. To the now the
Deeper into
door.
the caverns, yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna hide this because if we need to, and I need to, because if we're getting attacked, I'll just go pop, pull it, and then run, and then I know they'll probably get chances. So I'm gonna hide this the best I can.
Okay, give me a appropriate roll. I will say a sneak roll.
I would have thought
Actually,
so.
no, I'm not
Yeah.
going to make you roll for this because you've told me specifically what you're going to do. That's fine. You
Yeah.
basically you dig a little pit, you kind of put it in, you kind of toss a bit of dirt over the top of it.
Mhm.
You see what the kind of metal that she slid into it. I'll say you can roll some kind of wire from that and basically
Yeah.
yank it out at
And
any
just
time,
have
and
it.
it would
Yeah.
probably be exploding after that. Probably.
Excellent. Probably.
Yeah.
The second one. What's she done with that? How does this work? In fact, keep a hold of that. We'll take it back to the Ark. We could build more of these, right?
Probably, yes. I mean, I can build lots of things. Only most of them explode.
You're a good girl. I'm going to tell your mother to give you more food.
I would rather have bullets or explosives. Or
Well,
I've
I'll
heard
tell
that
your
there's
mum.
a gun that shoots light that set people on fire, like Mum does.
Explosive bullets.
Oh, wait a minute. Do you like You like guns, right?
Of course, I like guns. I want to make guns. I want to make guns that explode everything.
Here, I'll give her my scrap rifle.
Oh, thank you. This is poorly made scrap rifle. I can make this better.
Excellent,
Make
the
it this
shows.
project.
You earned it.
I mean, I think
I'm
I'll
keeping the
have
sawn
this
off. I'm keeping my double barrel sawn off shotgun though.
Yeah, she appears to like it. She has a scrap pistol, but yes, I can do things with this. I can tinker.
Excellent. You've earned it.
Well, are we staying here or what are we doing?
Yeah, we're gonna stay here and we're gonna grow these mushrooms. I feel we're safe because of you.
I mean, I am bored now. I don't really want to stay in shit cave, but okay. Heather, should we leave tomorrow and leave them to shit cave, and we go back and see
How many
what
days have we got until we actually have mushrooms growing?
Oh, sorry, she's actually. Let me see. Rishi, and then Rishi will explain to you that the mushrooms are growing fairly quickly. Based on what you know, within about I don't know, another 3 days, you'll probably have a viable amount. All you're going to be doing now is sitting in the cave, so you're just waiting now.
So, what about the likes of the information for that the Gul'dan gave us?
Mm-hmm.
Will that help them grow any quicker?
It's not going to grow any quicker, no. I mean, he can't. He's just told you how to kind of like expand what you have and how to like maximize the usage of the space you have. So you're going to get slightly more than you would have got. I mean, this is a fairly large space, but it's not like an infinite amount of space. But yeah, I mean, what you've done, you'll definitely increase the yield a bit. So what I'll say is, whatever you roll in the d6, I'll give you a +2 to that as well.
Okay.
But yes, it's got a couple more days before it's like viable. But I mean, as far as you can tell, it seems to be working.
Okay. Yeah. I want to be here to protect the damn thing, though.
We'll probably be fine. I mean, look at
Probably.
I mean, is it worth growing some shit mushrooms if we go to Ark and Ark is burned to ground?
We
You're
could pay some
hero of Ark.
grunts. You could pay some grunts and an enforcer to watch it.
I mean, we have the two grunts here, which actually is also one of her children. It's actually two of her other children now I think about it.
That's what I'm saying. Her children.
Yes, but then we could go back. We could leave Rishi here. We could go down. We could send other people here. There's plenty of grunts that we don't like on the Ark. We could send them up. We pay them with food.
Okay.
I do not want to be in shit cave anymore.
Right. Okay. What time is it?
It is weird. You spent lots of time talking to creepy underground people. Let me look out door. They look out the door. It is evening. We cannot leave now anyway, or we'd be killed in zone.
Fine. Well, we'll sleep the night and then we'll leave early in the morning, right?
Sounds good to me.
Rishi, you staying up here?
Yeah, she can stay here. The door's fairly well hidden. You've left an explosive there.
I will remind her of the mine. Yeah, I will remind her of that mine just to make sure if there's any trouble, it looks like they're going to get attacked. You pull that and you fucking run. So
she says I will if I hear they're in charge. I'm just going to run out. She seems fine with that.
Excellent.
Okay, yeah. So cool. Is that everything you want to do, or is there anything else you want to accomplish here?
That is everything.
Okay. We'll go back to the arc. Hey guys, been quiet for ages. How are yous? Right, yeah. So as this has happened, Logan's just had his face put back on and his arm clicked back in, and yous are heading off to the Stalkers, where yous find the one you were looking for, which was God damn, I forgot his name already. Dirk. Dirk is drinking with your friends, Lynx, Jinx, and the other one.
Red.
Red, that's right. Yes, well remembered, Rachel. They are fairly hammered with the disgusting battery. Was it battery acid that you all drink?
Ah, let me have some of this.
You drink some. It is fucking awesome.
After a long day, this is perfect.
Red looks and he's like, yeah, he's been really busy. I fear you say, well done with this wall. That's going to be useful. Unless it's not.
Sorry.
Are you okay, Bogart?
Bogart is sick.
Mutation.
Yes,
Oh, I
he
can
is.
see.
He is not doing too great
The
today.
rot. Yes.
We're taking him to the mechanic to get him fixed. I'm
Oh.
kidding.
I think you got
Anyway,
red
I'm
clothes.
kind of like looking at the sky. I'm assuming it's coming to evening for us as well.
This is roughly the same time this is all happening, so it's evening for you both now. So like there's hubbub on the arc, but the day's work in the wall's finished.
We are looking for Ulf.
The stalkers kind of look amongst each other. I was like, well, we've not seen him. Oh, Dark pipes out. Oh yeah, I took them to the cave. Here's your map. I'm assuming you give him your map.
Yeah.
And he points to the part of your map. It's there. It's amongst some trees. It's hidden. I cleaned up the area a bit, but basically you go up and you'll find like a rocky outcropping, and there's like some bushes and stuff. You actually get to get really close to it before you realise there's a hole that leads underground. But yeah, it's pretty safe. I don't know, you've got dodge. You've got to say dodge. You got flare there. She can get you up there. I don't know, 4 or 5 hours.
Well, it's about to be evening, so we best make haste in the morning. However, does anyone else have any tasks we need to do around the ark before we travel?
I have none, actually.
Oh, great. I got those robots. You might want to have a look at them.
Ooh, robots.
Mm-hmm. At this point, they were all dumped in the armory.
You may want to let your gearhead know. Probably a treasure trove. The gearhead that was with me was quite excited about it. Kept telling me things that I don't understand. All I know is that they do things for us, and I like that.
I'll let them know.
We should have communication devices. I think that will be genius.
Anyways, I have to have word with the elder. I've been holding it off for quite a while.
You shouldn't hold it, it's bad for you.
Yeah.
Yes, get very uncomfortable.
Although, if I had a bit of rubber tubing, I sure could fix that.
Horrifying. Technology actually in the arc is pretty high. So what I would say is that this talk of devices that can communicate to each other. You've actually seen some stuff like that when you've been on the travels or in these places. There is devices that can kind of shortwave travel to each other. Doable. Maybe they would have something in the robots. Who knows?
I can't wait for the Flair's Children's podcast.
Me having to do 7 voices that kind of sound
Well, my mother taught me this.
say mother abandoned us mostly for most of our lives. So she only preferred the Heather and Charlotte, but then after that she seemed to remember we existed, which was nice. Then she gave us some bacon, so that made up for all the abandonment issues that we had.
Just a Joe Rogan sitting there like he's bald head. Not even a mutant Joe Rogan, just Joe Rogan. Yeah.
Right, so what do you want to do? Do you want to all go and visit the elder, or do you just want to go and have a look through the The robots, or what do you want to do?
That's
I know what
Robots.
Trey would do, but yeah, just go with it.
So Scott gets sent off by himself again.
It depends if Dodgers want to see the robots or come with me. I'm pretty sure he's fed up with looking at the robots.
So yeah,
I'm not going to
I go with
edit
full
it.
guns.
Thanks for the follow.
Oh. Okay, so you went to the you got. I'll tell you, we'll go to the Elder first. So this is about evening. We'll say it's about 7 o'clock ish, roughly. And yeah, you just go to the Dawn Vault. As always, there's light coming from the inside. You know, you see every now and again a chronicler go out or come back in. But yeah, I mean, you know them all. Are you looking for anyone in particular?
I'm trying to look for the one that handles the Elder. I'm trying to remember the name.
The one that handles the Elder specifically and looks after his needs is Conk is the one that kind of provides the day-to-day care. Haneth is the one that runs the Dawn Vault while the Elder is recovering, as she calls it.
I'll kind of like look at Conk and I'll be
Well,
like,
Conk is upstairs, and you have to go through
oh,
the Dawn Vault first. She's always like literally next to the Elder, like just kind of going around, like keeping his room tidy and that. So you'd have to go into the building first.
yeah, I'm assuming I know the process since I'm a chronicler. I'm probably spend a lot of time at the Dawn Vault.
That's fine, yeah. Just to
Um,
make sure we're on the same page. So you're just going to walk in and just kind of go upstairs?
yeah.
Cool. As you're doing that, you do come across Herc, who you have met before. He's at the top of the stairs, where he spends most time just kind of sitting down, kind of heavily armed, got like big square face. He's got like a large weapon strapped across his back. As Jaco's like, yeah.
I am here to request visitation to the Elder.
Speak to Haneth. The Elder's sick, man. What you do? He's like, you know,
It
he's
is
fucking
quite
gone, man.
important.
Well, right. Let's get Haneth. Come on, look at this. Takes you along the corridor, opens the door, and Conk's kind of like plumped up. The Elder's just kind of lying, like head slumped into his chest, dribbling. And I was like, go, try and say something to him.
I will kind of go in and I'll be like, as in, I'm going to have a look to see if he's like faking as if he's falling asleep or if he's.
Absolutely fine. You can give me an appropriate role. You can give me a heal. You can give me a scout. Whatever you think's appropriate for this. Sense emotion. Whatever you prefer.
One success.
One success. What you see before you is a very, very elderly man who is kind of clinging to life through sheer force of will, but he is very clearly asleep. As you do this, as you're kind of like inspect him, Haneth does come and she's like, Bogart, what are you doing? You know he's gone. He could barely talk. You know how much stims we had to put into him to get him to stand for that meeting. He's going to spend a month recovering from that, if he recovers at all.
I'll kind of like, because I have some stims,
Mm-hmm.
I'll kind of like hand it out. Obviously that's their decision. I'm not going to just inject them with a stim with it.
I mean, you keep them for yourself. We have a supply on hand. It was a risk doing this in the first place. It was only because we thought the Ark was going to erupt into anarchy that we done this. I appreciate the offer, but he's little more than figurehead. He's not long for this world.
Well, you might have the information I look for.
Please,
I want to know why the Eldar has not mentioned the other arcs and other Eldars that are looking for Eden.
Yes. There are plenty of holes in his story. I think he meant well to start with, but he lied to us. Anytime we asked about Eden, he would rail against us and say it was a fairy tale, it was nothing there, it would be the death of us if we found it. But he's lying. There's something there, something that he doesn't want us to know. As for the other arcs, this is the first I've heard of it. He mentioned colleagues from the past, but perhaps they struck out themselves to make their own thing. Perhaps they disagreed. But what do we do now? Do we question a half-crazed old man? He made mistakes. He's not a god. He just wanted to keep us safe.
Well, his lies have put us in danger. If we knew of the threat, then we would have been able to prepare defenses rather than running around chasing our tails right now. We might be dead in the morning if we are not prepared. There are other arcs that are stronger than we are.
She looks down. It's like you're not wrong, but let's be realistic. Up until a few days ago, the Ark was pretty much in the precipice of war. What bosses would you have him work with? Who would you have him throw his lot in with? If he throws it in with Diane, she's a zealot. She will have us all wearing her robes and singing her silly songs while she sits upon the top. Dell is just in it to make money for himself. Hannibal's dead. He was an idiot. He overextended himself. What would you have him do? He was losing his grip. For the last few seasons, he's been a shell of himself. And we've not exactly risen to the occasion. We were happy to eat his food and scavenge the ruins. I think you're right. I think he did lie. I think he left us ill prepared. But we've nothing. What do we do now? Do we accuse an old broken man, half mad?
We don't make accusations, we get answers. The fact that he has been lying to us has been the problem from the start. If we knew about these other arcs, we could have been better defended. If we knew of these other sources of food, we would have been better prepared. He could have warned us of the threat.
He could
but
have.
he chose not to.
He did. So what should we do? Should we clap him in irons? Should we throw him in jail? Should we beat him? What do you want to do? He has literally, the only time he made any sense is when we had him stemmed out of his mind, and even that nearly killed him. We can't do it again. His heart won't take it, or at least not now. And even if he could give us answers, will he be able to give it? Will he be willing to, or would he rather die? He chose not to give us them. He chose to avoid these questions all of our lives. You won't get your answers from him. But feel free to ask him. Feel free to wake him. Feel free to throw your accusations at him, but I will not be responsible for his death. He kept us safe for a long time. Whatever his motives, I believe he, at least, thought they were good. And I think he made mistakes, but he gave us what he gave us, and it's up to us now to build. He always told us that we were the future, and the future we built was chaos. Perhaps we should have worked together. Maybe we should have heeded his lessons. Is he just a poor teacher? Are we poor students? I don't know.
Well, all I know is we can't be the future because we cannot procreate. We are going to die. We are dying by the tens every day.
By the D60s every session. I know. It is not. It's not as I would have wished it to be. We should have acted sooner. I should have tried harder, but.
Well, you try harder now. We need to build defenses. We need to scout. We need resources. Everyone must be pulling their weight. From now on, no one can lounge around anymore.
Anything you give to us, we will try to understand, and we will give that information freely to all on the Ark. Anything you give to us, we will work on it, and we will try to build a better future for us. But I am not a person of action like yourself and the team you have built around you. In a short time, you have brought new mutants to the Ark. You have found food to feed us for months. You have managed to get things off the ground. You have given the bosses purpose. And perhaps you can be the driving force behind this. But as it stands now, can offer nothing other than my support when you require it.
Relying on the single is what caused this problem in the first place. We relied too much on this old man, and now we are paying the price.
You're not wrong. I think if he was the thing he was most guilty of was trying to protect us to our own detriment. Long when he should have perhaps he hung around too long. Perhaps if he'd passed a long time ago, we would have struck out on our own and done the things we should have been doing. You're right,
Yeah.
Bogart.
I'll kind of like look over at Dodger and see what he has to say about this, because I have been talking for quite a while.
Let's kill him.
Nice
Well,
input, Dodger.
At that
I
moment,
mean,
like, the large
technically he's holding his
enforcer who
back.
I've mentioned kind of looks up at that point. I will say to you, I will only say this to you once, Logan. If you're going to say that, he is going to fuck you up. So it's up to
Okay,
you.
I don't. I say that in my mind.
You say that in your mind, okay?
Yeah.
Well, just feel in the
Um.
back of your mind, you feel you almost like sense Herc taking the large kind of scrap axe off of his back, and just kind of like, just kind of tensing up a little bit.
I say Bogart says I think this we're losing the battle in this one with the elder. I don't know what else to say now.
I mean, there's
I think you are right, Dodger. I don't think the old man has any information for it. Well, he probably does, but I don't think he can say it. And you ask, I'll kind of like turn over to them and I'll be like, can you ask who you should put your lot in with? You should put your lot in with us. We are the only ones building the ark instead of doing our own self-interest, which says a lot because I'm a very selfish person.
we are worried that if we put a lot in with any one of you, the others will attack. We are chroniclers. We have one. If she points to her, like we have one of us that knows how to fight. If we remain neutral, we can at least try and share the knowledge that you provide us with. If you become the most powerful, and if you take control, then we will happily stand with you. But we cannot risk becoming a target. We are not strong. We are simply teachers, and we can hopefully continue to teach, but not the way the elder done things. Just to help to improve our future.
Bogart is going to pull out his map,
Mm-hmm.
and he's got to kind of hand it over and be like, take a copy of that. There are trade routes. Information that will be useful for all of us.
Cool. She will pull out her own map, which is very similar to yours, because she's also a chronicler, and she will sketch down all the very useful
Mhm.
information points you've given. She pays particular attention to Rust Castle,
Aye.
and will question you about that.
Yes. This is the information I've been able to gather so far. I take great risk sharing this with everyone else. I hope you don't disappoint me. And I'll kind of like go away at that point.
Yeah, cool. So yeah, you've realised that there's not very lot you can learn there. However, you have shared information that you have got, which she will kind of pass around the arc. That leads us back to the robots. Now, what I'll say here is it is 10:30, so we're going to call that. I don't have an appropriate cliffhanger for you because this is just a kind of like.
I was kind of hoping the elder was awake and that could have been more cliffhanger. But it's like
It's
thrilling old man.
unfortunately the way I've set him up.
Aye.
He is fucked.
That's
So
all
I'm
right.
not gonna. So that's cool. So yeah, that happens. You guys are going to investigate the robots. We'll pick up there when we come back next Monday. See, I've got a really good cliffhanger coming up, but I can't do it yet because I'm like, if we do that, then shit's got to go get real, and I'd rather use we're all together for it.
Mhm.
So anyway, we'll call it there tonight. Thank you very much for anyone who watched. I've not actually looked at that once tonight, so I don't know what's going on.
Thank you, Nesbit87 for the follow.
Ooh,
If
we
they're
got a
still
follow.
in.
Huzzah, hurrah.
Thank you.
Yeah, hopefully Freely came and watched this and they'll give us money or something, or like free books.
Yes,
how it
because
works,
we are
yeah.
we are big enough to get that apparently.
Well, they followed us on Twitter. They answered me when I asked them a question about stuff. But anyway, yeah. So anyway, thanks to anyone who watched. Appreciate it. More exciting stuff's coming up. We are going to go do adventures soon. Hopefully, or maybe just build more arc stuff. Who knows? Has anyone got anything they want to plug? Scott.
Well, Demon Dog should be on Wednesday. If my players are ready, I have to check with all of them, but as far as I'm aware, we were all
Yeah,
okay with
we are.
Wednesday. Yeah, and I might do a Cthulhu thing soon, but that's a discussion. That'll be on an odd day when people are free, just a random thing or bored. Because obviously we have lots of games. I don't want to start like.
It's very tough, yes.
Mhm.
Logan, have you got anything you want to plug? Should do anything?
My charger.
Your charger, way! Getting your.
I'm going to run that all the time now.
That's it. That's your catchphrase. My charger. Rochelle, anything you want to plug?
I got
Yeah.
nothing.
I got nothing.
We've got D&D tomorrow.
Woo,
Well, I think we
D&D.
do.
I'm not entirely sure. Richard, do we have D&D tomorrow? I know we've got somebody
We
not
have
coming in.
D&D.
Wasn't sure what we're doing with
We have D&D tomorrow.
that. Cool.
Yay!
Fluffgar,
It's
plug your stuff.
D&D.
I draw things, and you can get my work. If you look up Flopgar, you'll find me. And also, I was thinking of those like things, those stupid things where you can supposedly buy a title.
Yeah, I've heard about them. Yeah.
Yeah, the
I was thinking of just putting some up on Etsy, but like that say, no, this isn't real. This is just here. This is a bit of paper. So I might sell those.
See it by yourself because like it's equally as meaningless as like the people
Yeah.
who buy like a square.
This
foot of
is
land and say
exactly
the
as
Earl.
valid as those things you will
I-
pay like
I-
£50 for.
I want to have one that says High Lord Godhood.
This can be arranged.
Just the exact same certificate, so they can just have
Yep.
that. Hold on.
Well,
It's
not the
driving
exact
me
same, in
nuts
case
as
they got
well.
some sort of copyright, but you
I
know.
wonder if anyone's trying to name the kid God.
Almost
Robert,
certainly.
you got anything you want to plug? Nah. Watch D&D tomorrow. Right, guys, we're gonna head off. Anyway,
Yes.
love you. Thank you for watching.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.